Hi guys, I'm back. I'm back. Did you guys miss me? Did you miss me? All right, so I'm actually trying to figure out right now how to multi-stream on YouTube. And well, I mean, I can do that. I told you guys before, I just have to like pay the membership fee for my Streamlabs account. But it turns out that on YouTube, you can't have to use a streaming software. This is so terrible. So I think what I'm going to do now is instead of streaming with YouTube right now, oh, thank you so much, Benji. I think instead of streaming on YouTube right now, I'll just record on YouTube, then upload it later. So just give me a second, guys, to figure that out because it's the first attempt at me doing it. I don't know. Maybe I should just not do it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should just not. And then I'm also seeing here that the CPU here is going too fast. The bit rate's too fast. Oh God, it's always something. It's like always something where I can't get the stream on point. It's like always something. Um, all right, so when I clearly can see here that it is majorly delayed. Like it's dropping my frames ridiculously. That's what I'm seeing right here. So let's see if I refresh it. Oh, nope, it's working just fine right now. Yep, it's good. My Twitch is looking good. Let's see how Facebook is looking. Facebook, I think is fine, but I'm not 100% sure. And then the YouTube thing is still saying that I'm trying to come on live. We're figuring it out. We're gonna get this. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Benji, thank you. So you guys do know that this is a wig, right? It's a wig. I chopped off all my hair. Benji, I've been waiting for you to come around. You have disappeared. I mean, my darling Benji, where have you been hiding? Where has my Benji been hiding from me? All right. I guess I'm going to I don't want to say give up on this right now, but I don't know. Let me try this website. I think it was called Restream or something. Let me see. I think it was called Restream. Restream. I think it was called Restream. I have an account with it. We'll try that. And then if it doesn't work, we'll just continue on with our discussion. Hi, TV. Thank you for joining my stream. Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh my God, guys, I'm hungry. I'm like starving right now. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I didn't check what my topic of discussion was. Hold on. My category. Let me fix that. Um, just chatting, yes, okay. And just cause. Okay, no, it's good. All right, so topic of discussion is good. That's fine. Um, let's see. Oh, and here it is. It's Restream. Okay, so let me just sign into this thing and see if I can get it right. And then if I can get it right, great. And then if I can't get it right, we're just gonna go ahead and move on. Hi, Jerry. Thank you so much for joining my stream. Let me try to log on to this Restream thing. And we'll see how it goes once I log on. Okay, how do I sign in? I know I already like did this thing before, but I just don't. Okay, so what now? They don't let you sign in, but I don't understand what's happening here. I do not like the fact that that thing keeps beeping. It needs to stop. Here we are, and then oh, it better stop doing that. It better stop doing that. Oh, that's annoying me. Why is that happening? We need to make that stop. I don't want to hear this beeping. I don't want to hear that. Let's turn the ringtone off. Don't give me any notifications. Do not beep. I don't want to hear it. I don't hear this thing beeping. Forget that. It needs to like stop doing that. All right, so let's see. So now we need to put in my stream key. We're not gonna stream on Twitch because I'm already streaming on Twitch. And I just gotta put in my live stream key. So let's see how this works. down assessments. I think I have it done correctly, but I'm not 100% sure. So we just got one more thing for me to do here, and then we're ready. Hi, H. Jones. How are you, my darling? I haven't seen you in a long time, too. You guys know that I've learned to play videos while I'm away. So I have been doing that on my Twitch channel. I've been playing videos while I'm away, so that I can work out at the gym every day. And so I actually took a lot of video of me working out that I'm gonna post on my YouTube channel and on my Twitch channel, where you guys can see me working out at the gym, even if you're like, I don't go live at the gym, which sometimes I will. Sometimes I'm gonna go live at the gym. But on the days that I don't go live at the gym, you will be able to see my wonderful workout. So with that being said, I'm just gonna figure this out still. I'm still trying to figure it out. What does it say? So Jones, maybe Jones. Yes, I heard what you said. So, guys, Jones asks, if I give you another compliment, will you show some tummy today? Well, unfortunately, Jones, I'm wearing a dress. I do not have any shorts on or any spandex underneath this dress, so that will not be able to happen today. That will not be able to happen today. But yes, if you tell me I'm the most beautiful woman in the world, I'll flex. I'll flex some muscles today. I'll do that. I'll gladly flex some muscles for you. But I can't show off my tummy because I have on a dress. And I'm not going to lift up my dress because then my underwears are going to show, and we don't want that. So, guys, I should say, okay, I have a goal now, right? I want to reach 100 subscribers. When I reach 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a dance party for you. I went and I bought myself some high heel shoes. I have a very sexy outfit. My subscribers to my Twitch channel, those who subscribe to me, and I think I might also open it to subscribers of my YouTube channel. Even though on YouTube, you don't pay to subscribe. But for those who are my subscribers, you will have access to a Discord chat specifically for you. And when I make 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a dance party where we're going to have a private dance party. Like literally, I'm going to set it up here with the lighting and everything. I'm going to be dressing up in my shoes and we're just going to party. We're going to have a virtual dance party. And I'm thinking we'll do it, for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, however long we feel, whatever it's, I'm just going to dance till I drop. So just keep that in mind. If you haven't already, subscribe to my Twitch channel. If you haven't, to begin with, follow my Twitch channel, right? Follow my Twitch channel and subscribe. So when I reach 100 subscribers, we're going to be doing a dance party. And I will be looking fabuloso in my sexy outfit, absolutely. So, okay, let's figure this out. Guys, thank you so much for joining my stream. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate every single one of you who comes to join my lives. I really do. And I know y'all haven't been seeing me at nighttime for a while because I've been doing some mid-afternoon streaming due to the fact that I've been working out in the gym every single day. Every day. I've been adamant with working out, sticking to my guns with it. Absolutely 100% sticking to my guns with working out. Let me see. I think I have to do something here to the settings or something. Yep, this is not the right one. So this one has the wrong streaming link. This has my other one. I'm so confused. Guys, I'm so confused about this. I'm telling you. Can any of you who are out there who know how to stream to YouTube, can you help me? When I go to my YouTube link, my live link from my website, it says that it's waiting for me to come online, right? But the streaming software that I have, I guess, has the other channel. I accidentally made 2 channels. That's what happened. I made 2 channels accidentally. I don't know how it came to be, but this is what it did come to be. I am trying to replace the stream key with the right one. Maybe it's okay. Wait, so let's see. Um, maybe I gotta put my stream key. This one. Okay, so let's see. Paste the stream key into your thing. So let's try it. No, that's a different stream key. I guess I have to do it on my settings, right? Update titles in my settings. Ah, God. Okay, here we go. Settings. Here we go. Settings. Remove channel? I don't know if I want to do that. All right, let's remove it. We're gonna remove the channel. Hi, iMade. How are you? Thank you so much for joining my stream. Benz, thank you so much for joining my stream, guys. I appreciate it. As you guys know, we do have a topic of discussion today. The topic of discussion today is, should people who are convicted of crimes have a second chance at life? And the reason why I chose this topic today, instead of the normal things that we talk about around this time of night, at nighttime we always get into politics, but the reason why I chose this topic today is because when I streamed earlier on today, which I did, I had a stream earlier on today on Scout. I didn't multi-stream on my other platforms. I decided that from now on, during the daytime, I'm going to stream at Scout, and in the evening time, I'll stream on my other platforms. But I will record all of my streams across the board so that I can share on all my social media, on the various social medias, the different topics that we discussed. But earlier on, we discussed this topic. It just came up, right? During the daytime, when we have our discussions, we kind of just go into whatever we go into. And we really touched on this. And people made a lot of very interesting points. So I decided that tonight that would be the topic of discussion. And everyone is more than welcome to put in their input. So here on Scout, if you want to join the box, you can join the box to give me your opinion about the matter. If you're on my Twitch channel or my YouTube channel or my Facebook channel and you would like to give your opinion on the matter, you will come through my Discord server and I will allow you to speak your opinion on the matter. So actually, let me go ahead and turn on this speaker, which is connected here. So that is what we're going to be discussing today. That is a very heartfelt discussion, right? Everyone knows the situation that I'm in, right? All of my regular viewers and my wonderful friends that I've made doing the stream know what's going on in my life right now. I'm having a very difficult time at this moment in time. And you know, okay, just to make a long story short, for those of you who have not come to this channel before, I was away at the academy. A child protective service case was opened up against me while I was away at my academy. I came back to try to resolve the situation. I was then arrested. Lost my job as a cadet. Lost my job as an Uber driver, as a Postmates delivery person. Like, they just got rid of me across all my hustles. They got rid of me. And it's been very difficult to find actual employment now. And so when we had this discussion today on my stream earlier on, it kind of like hit at home because I'm facing I'm having a similar experience to what people who are convicted of crimes experience. I'm not even convicted of a crime. I was just accused of something and not convicted of anything, and yet it has affected my life in a very, very negative way. And so I was very, it touched my heart to have this discussion, and I decided that would be the topic of discussion for today. You said your answer is yes. What do you mean by that? What do you mean your answer is yes? What was the question? Oh my goodness, what was the question? Rhythm, thank you so much for joining my stream. Everyone, thank you so much for joining my stream. I appreciate you so much. We're still working on this thing. So at any point in time, if anyone wants to join the stream with their opinion on the matter, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm going to go ahead and hit the box. Just understand, when you come into this box, you have to be respectful. While I'm still like setting this up over here and trying to figure out this YouTube thing, I'm going to like figure this out. Anyone wants to come in and share their opinions about the matter, you're more than welcome to, and I 100% encourage you to do so. Absolutely. Hi, Shaggy, how are you? Shaggy says, in reference to the topic at hand, that yes, they should be given a second chance because people can change. Oh, okay. I get it now. You said my answer is yes. I didn't understand. Why didn't I get that right away? He totally meant he was answering the question. I made was answering the question. The answer is yes. I made, why do you believe um that the answer is yes? Can you like clarify what your opinion is? And guys, listen up. If you wish to verbally discuss this, you're more than welcome to call in on my Discord server to share your opinion. Everyone is encouraged to do so. Everyone's encouraged to come to my Discord server so that they can join the topic of conversation. But Shaggy says he believes that people can change, so he says yes. So anyone else has any input on the matter? Word two at Shaggy and I made, okay? Are you sure you want to? Yes, I do. Remove it. Now add another one. Let's figure it out, guys. Lali lali lai. Lali lai. Lali lali lai. Lai lai lai. This says YouTube events. YouTube stream now. Okay? We're figuring it out, guys. We're figuring it out. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I changed the perspective today for my stream. And this is the reason why I did it. In the background, notice on the wall, let me move myself. Ta-da! What do we have here? Check it out. I handmade these, guys. This is my sign that says my website, dominusessence.myportfolio.com. This says red team, and I think we all understand why that says red team. Here it says ask questions, get answers, but look at here, Q&A for QAnon, QAnon, ask questions, get answers. So, and this is the logo that I designed by hand for our team. This is the logo for our team. This is us. We're the red pill poppers, the QAnon theorists. This is us. I made this logo. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna actually take this and put it in Photoshop and Illustrator and make an official logo that I'm gonna put on my website and put on my stream. So ta-da! So I changed the perspective just for that purpose. So I'm probably going to really move things around where maybe I put the desk over there or something and reposition the camera where you guys can really see the background, because I made this whole entire space just for putting things on this wall so that you guys can see what's going on here. I'm just having a hard time moving around. Okay, so anyone else has any inputs? iMade says the next question. So the way this works, iMade, when we have these discussions, is we talk about the topic at hand. Then people call in, they give their life experiences, they give input, we kind of just go back and forth debating. So this is the topic of discussion. There won't be a next question. We're discussing today whether or not we believe that people who have been convicted of a crime should get a second chance at life. I personally feel I'm kind of middle ground on the situation, honestly. Like I'm middle ground. I'm totally middle ground on it, because I feel that depending on the kind of crime that someone has committed should determine whether or not they are given a second chance. Because to me, you can't really be impartial, right? In my opinion, anyway. You don't have to agree with me. In my opinion, hello, African little boy, how are you? In my opinion, you can't truly be impartial with a situation like this, because, I don't know, just think about it. Would you want someone who's a mass murderer? All right. If there's someone who is a mass murderer, he goes around murdering. Maybe he decides he likes to just murder little boys, right? And sodomize them and murder them or something. If you have an individual like this, do you honestly feel that they deserve an opportunity at life after murdering, I don't know, let's say they murdered 50 children, 50 boys, and sodomized them? Do you feel that a person like that deserves a chance? So while I feel that some people should be given a second opportunity at life, I don't feel that all people should be given a second opportunity at life. I think it should be the severity of the crime. And one crime that I absolutely feel that should not be forgiven is murder, right? Or rape or molestation, that kind of stuff. Um, Anything else, I think it's pretty fair game. So long as you're not committing murder, molesting or raping, I think that crime should be forgiven. Everything else should be forgiven. And I believe that in the judicial system and in the prison system, that anyone who has been convicted, sentenced, and has done time should be allowed to educate themselves for free while they're incarcerated, so that when they come out, they have the opportunity to do something with their lives. That's my personal opinion. I just want to know, does anyone here agree with me? Um, hmm. Um, so African little boy asks, some people should be released from life. And then he asks me if I'm a MILF. Well, I don't know, Mr. African little boy. Do you feel I'm a MILF? I mean, it's really not my opinion in the matter, right? Like, if you think I'm a MILF, then I'm a MILF in your eyes. And if you don't think I'm a MILF, then I'm not a MILF. It's really kind of like that simple, right? Like, you have to determine whether or not you think I'm a MILF. Do you think I'm a MILF or not? But yeah, so that's my standpoint on it, guys. I do feel that people should be given second chances at life. Um, Another thing that we discussed earlier on my stream, and this was my opinion, right? But the facts are there. Like, we can get the facts on this, guys. We can definitely get the facts on it, guys. Um, One of my main viewers, hello, Mr. Rez, how are
What's
you?
up?
How are you?
Pretty good, you?
Good, thank you. So,
I just jumped in so I can get conversation.
I have to ask you, darling. I'm sorry. I just have to ask. Are you joining the stream now because you're joining the discussion? Or are you joining the stream now because you just thought I was pretty?
I'm not doing the team. I'm not doing it what now?
Are you joining the stream now to join our discussion? Or are you joining the stream now just because you thought I was pretty?
Really, I like the dig into the mind. So basically, really, the discussion first and foremost. But I mean, you are pretty too, so that's a plus.
All right. Very well appreciated. I appreciate both. I just wanted to make sure you are trying to join this discussion so that you can share your input. So have
Absolutely,
you been
I like to
hearing,
talk.
were you inside the room and you heard what we've discussed so far or the things that I've said so far?
No, but I have been in a couple of your discussions,
Oh,
and I have heard some of the
awesome.
things you talk about. So I mean, I was just thinking like, hey, I can jump in on anything.
Okay, awesome. Let me hit the date button so that you can come back. This thing glitches sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't allow you guys to come back, which really sucks. I don't like when it does that, but it does happen from time to time. If it does, I'll just reset the box. All right, so go ahead. The mic is open to you now. Let me just adjust it so to make sure the mic picks up the sound. Share your opinion, Mr. Riz.
Okay, tell you what.
Share your opinion. Feel free to share your opinion on the matter.
It's just, I can barely hear you. It sounds like it's like a lot of echoing in the background.
Ooh, now this I can't do anything about because you guys are in Scout and the sound is coming directly from my iPad. You guys are hearing me
Oh,
yeah.
okay. That makes sense.
So I do apologize if you have any feedback or anything that's making the sound distorted for you, but I can't really do anything about it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I do see. The question though, it says, should those convicted as a crime have a second chance of life?
Yes, that is the
I
question
mean,
and
it all
answer.
depends. It all depends on. I feel like it really kind of all depends on the crime. Like, there's certain things that can't be forgiven. Like, I mean, like I guess you could probably say things like molesting, rape, things like that. I can't really forgive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. But the crazy thing about it is, like, taking a person's life would seem worse, but I can understand where something may go wrong, like you can get into a fight and something may happen, and you can actually take somebody's life by mistake. But you can't actually rape someone. You know what I'm saying? That's intentional. Like, so that's things of that nature. Like if I had a daughter, I could only imagine what my mindset would be if somebody did something like that to her. You know what I'm saying? So in that case, I don't see myself forgiving somebody who raped somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's tough. Like a drunk driver and he actually killed another driver, like that can be forgiven. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard, it's tough, but that can be forgiven. But as far as like you doing some fire ish to a woman or even to another man or something like that, I don't anything premeditated in that context. I don't see that being at all. Like I think the
So
cards fall where they may.
if it's premeditated, a premeditated crime. Now, when you say premeditated, do you mean in general any crime that's premeditated, or in more specifically, are you referring to the crimes of like molestation, rape, that kind of thing, like that kind of crime
Yeah, that
category?
is. Yeah, that in particular. Because I done seen people in hard places. I had people in hard places that did things that were premeditated because they felt like it was best for their situation. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
Yes.
Who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's even with certain things like certain like how the law system set up. They put laws on what they want to put laws on, so they can make their revenue and money off of it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like I get it. Sometimes some things happen, like and some things just can't be taken away. But at the same time, like I think the only thing personally that I really couldn't get over is just like somebody that's like raping them. Like I don't understand people like that. I just don't like. That's something I never been. You know what I'm saying? So it's specific things, not really everything in general. Because some things, like I said, some things premeditated just can't be. It really can't be like. I mean, it can be controlled, but I mean, it's like I said, some situations just call for. This is time called for death sometimes. Like I don't know.
I think I can definitely agree with you on that. Oh, this thing's not letting me hit the date button. Oh, I don't know what that means. I can definitely agree with you on that, especially if it's premeditated. Honestly, whether it's premeditated or not, when it comes to the crime of rape, molestation, anything along those kind of crimes, murder, whether it's premeditated or not, I think that a person should suffer the consequences for their actions and also not be given another chance at life because they're a danger to society to begin with. um I guess murder is kind of like iffy though, you know what I mean, because with murder, murder can happen accidentally, right? A person can hit someone with a car and not have intended to do so. So, but I'm talking about like similar to what you said, like anticipated. If someone's thinking, oh, they want to kill someone and they do it, a person like that shouldn't be allowed a second chance at life. Absolutely not. Here's a question about that. Should age make a difference when it comes to a crime like murder? What if someone commits murder and they're 10 years old? Do you think someone who's 10 years old should have a second chance at life that commits murder? And this, I'm not too sure where I stand, honestly, on this question that I've just asked you. I'm not too sure because I'm thinking if it's my own child and they did a crime like this, absolutely, I would want them to be forgiven. But then I'm thinking, what if it's not my child that committed the crime? What if my child was the one who was murdered? What would I want to happen then? Wouldn't I want the perpetrator, regardless of the age, to suffer the consequences for their actions? So, on this question, I honestly am not even sure where my opinion lies on the matter. I'm not sure. So, I would like to hear your opinion on the matter. Does anyone have any input that they would like to give on that question? What if the murderer is a 10-year-old child? Do you think a 10-year-old child should be forgiven and have a second chance at life if they commit murder? Anyone? No one wishes to share? African little boy says, oh wait, hold on 1 second. Let me move this mouse around. He says, public execution is good for every crime. Oh my! Mr. African little boy, what country do you live in? We are American here. We do not do public execution here. We we don't do that in America. We do not do that in America. So are you? I'm assuming that maybe you're from Africa because your screen name says African little boy. You're from Nigeria. Okay. Well, being in Nigeria, I can understand that that's your standpoint, but here as Americans, we are the majority of us as Americans are pretty much anti death penalty. And I think it's safe for me to speak on the majority of us Americans. Most of us are anti death penalty, and the reason why we are is because a person can be convicted of a crime and still possibly be innocent. Do you understand? Like, because there's no coming back from death. So what if you prosecute someone and all the evidence is there, but it actually turns out that they really are innocent. Now you've just killed an innocent person. So I don't know. Like, I don't, unless a person is for sure, like without a doubt guilty in a crime that for sure they're the only person who could have committed that kind of murder. I think that, even honestly, I don't agree with the death penalty. I just don't. I do not agree with the death penalty because, to me, because of my spiritual beliefs, when a person dies, they're just reincarnated, right? There's no hell in my spiritual beliefs. They're not just dying and suffering for all eternity in my spiritual beliefs. I think death is the easy way out. If someone is a mass murderer, they should be in prison doing the time for their crime. That's my personal opinion on that matter. But I mean, it's interesting to have someone from Nigeria. Oh dear. It's very interesting to have someone from Nigeria come in and share their opinion. So, would you mind further elaborating? People stone in your country? They do stoning there? Oh my God. They stone people in your country? Okay, hold on, wait. So, okay, now I'm gonna ask you several questions. Out of curiosity, because rarely do I get a Nigerian person coming on my stream sharing this information. So I would like to say that I appreciate you so much for coming onto the stream. But I have a few questions to ask you now. All right. Who makes the determination as to whether or not someone's going to be publicly executed? You said public execution is acceptable in your country, Nigeria. And you said stoning is as well. But who makes that determination there? Who decides that a person's going to be stoned or publicly executed? Who makes the determination? Mr. African little boy. So African little boy's response to this was Allah is the only judge. Um, okay, but Allah, you believe in Allah. Is Allah coming down and saying stone that person? Like, human beings are making the decision. Who makes that decision to stone someone? Mm. African little boy says we send them to Allah's court. All right. So in Allah's court, what who runs Allah's court? Who runs that court? Is it a judge? Is it a priest? Like, who's running this court in Nigeria to determine whether or not someone should be publicly executed or not?
Oh, Shishi-chan, you're so cute.
We're waiting for the answer, guys. Mr. African little boy, do you have the answer? He says Allah judges them in his court. Whew. I'm sorry, Mr. African little boy. Are you telling me that Allah literally manifests himself in front of the people that are there and makes the determination? I'm very confused about this situation because, as far as I understand, Mr. African little boy, as far as I understand, God does not interfere with man's daily routine. He doesn't come down and interfere with anything. He lets us have our free will and do what we're going to do. That's my understanding. So I'm just trying to understand that you're saying that in your country in Nigeria, you're saying that people can go to Allah's court, get judged, and they can be sentenced to be publicly executed in your country. This is what you're explaining, but is God physically manifesting God's self and making this decision? Oh, he's saying Allah judges them in his court. When they die, they go to him. Whew. All right, so let me ask you this question. What type of crimes in Nigeria warrant the death penalty, where they will stone people to death or publicly execute them? What kind of crimes do people have to do there in order to have that kind of extent of punishment? Hi, Love My Lemons. Thank you for joining my stream. Love My Lemons says that seems completely illogical. All right, so you guys know that I allow everyone to share their opinion very freely here, right? And let's Love My Lemons. I don't know where you're from in the world, but we know that African little boy is from Nigeria. And so he's basically explaining to us how his culture does things. So let's try not to be like judgmental, right? But it's your statement is perfectly fine. I'm just saying let's be respectful of each other, okay? Um, I agree that well, okay, I don't agree with them having that kind of way of life. I don't agree with it. I don't think that anyone should be publicly executed. Maybe it depends on what it is they've done. This is why I'm waiting for African little boys to give the answer. African little boy says if they steal, we remove the hand that steals. Hello, Goldix. How are you? Goldix says, can he be my first boyfriend? Goldix, if you want to be my boyfriend, you have to take very good care of me. I want to be a spoiled, kept at home wife, right? I want to be a kept wife, and I want to be given everything that I desire. So if you want to be my boyfriend, can you like give me the life that every woman would want? If you can, then we could talk. But going back to African little boy, he said if they steal, we remove the hand that steals. This is pretty intense, guys. Like the idea of wow, I just oh, so okay, African little boy, what if they steal like a loaf of bread to eat? If they steal a loaf of bread to eat, are they going to be punished? Love My Lemon says, so using pain and fear is the deterrent? Well, I mean, I don't agree with that way of, their way of doing things. I will admit that. Love My Lemons. However, I'm pretty sure that in their country, people are very hesitant to commit crimes if the punishments are so extreme. And I'm not saying they're right for it. I'm also not going to say that they're wrong for it. This is just their way of life. But I also am very shocked to hear that there's places in the world that do this kind of stuff. I don't know. Like, I can't imagine being that brutal for punishment. But I'm an American, you know, as an American, we don't expect that kind of cruelty from the judicial system. But African Little Boy is from Nigeria, and so he's basically sharing with us what goes on in his country. Um, I know it's pretty extreme. Wow, I just can't believe, like, I know that, like, in the past, these things were done. It's very hard to believe that there's places that are currently doing these type of things. African Little Boy says if they rob somebody or kill, they get death penalty. But okay, so what if they rob a piece of bread though? What if they're literally robbing a piece of bread because they just need to eat? Do they still get punished for that? Ooh, to me that's tough, guys. That's tough. I couldn't possibly imagine, for the life of me, I couldn't possibly imagine someone getting put to death publicly for committing a crime like that. Love My Lemon says, by making a place where you are fearful of even the slightest thing, surely that will create a pent up tension. Um, well, I mean, I think living in a society like that, definitely everyone would be fearful, right? Everyone would be afraid to do anything if they lived in that kind of society. What about you, African Little Boy? You live in Nigeria. How do you feel being a Nigerian, having these laws where if a person commits a crime, they're sentenced to death? I'm assuming that there's a delay, guys, so there's going to be a delay in his response. So we have to give them time to answer the questions that I'm asking. Oh dear. I'm getting so hungry, guys. My tum tum is so hungry. Ah, what did I do? What did I do? African Little Boy says if they steal, they lose hand. If they rob somebody, they die. This is a lot for me to take. African Little Boy, just give me a moment to comprehend this stuff, okay? Because in America, if a person commits a crime, they're arrested, but they are innocent until proven guilty. Technically, we can debate that issue alone. We could debate how fair our judicial system is, depending on whether or not we're rich or poor or black or white or whatever. Like, we can have that debate a whole other time. We're not gonna debate it now, but we can debate how fair our judicial system is. But written into the laws, you're innocent until proven guilty here. How is it in Nigeria? How do they determine someone's guilty of a crime? I mean, you did say that they go to you said that they go to Allah's court. This is what you did say. They go to Allah's court and they're judged by Allah. This is what you said. And this is a lot for me to take in because, I mean, listen, I'm just going to call it for what it is. God is not coming from the sky, coming down into your human court and making a judgment. I'm going to call it for what it is. We're not going to beat around the bush here. I'm just going to call it for what it is. That is not happening. Men are making these judgments. Okay, so in your court of Allah, you have men who are determining someone's fate. But how do they determine if someone is innocent or guilty? What are they basing it on? Do you have lawyers there? Do people come to your defense? Do you have an attorney? Do you have a public defender? Like, do people in Nigeria get this kind of representation? If you are too poor to pay for a lawyer, do you get a public defender to defend you? How are you determined to be guilty? Like, what is the judicial process there? Because to stone someone publicly for something, like to kill someone for robbery, that is, No one wants to get robbed. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not promoting it. I just feel that someone who's robbing someone could be rehabilitated, okay? Because I think that in a situation where people are committing robbery, it's a person who is poor and, well, they have to survive. It's survival of the fittest. We have a nature, a human nature to survive. And in a situation like that, someone who commits robbery could absolutely be rehabilitated. They can be put in prison, given a college education, given job skills, and released into society as a you know a sound citizen, someone who can give back to society. To put someone to death for robbery, I mean, shouldn't we be looking at why they committed the robbery in the first place? Love My Lemon said, I could understand if someone killed someone and that person got executed, not publicly, tongue twister, oh my gosh. Not publicly, as that would be an eye for an eye. Um, Honestly, again, love my lemons. I don't agree at all with the death penalty whatsoever. I'm totally anti the death penalty. But that's more due to my spiritual beliefs. Because I feel if we murdered someone, that too is like what you said. That is an eye for an eye. If we're killing someone in the judicial system, how are we better than that murderer? I don't think we should take someone else's life, even though they committed murder. And it's easier for me to say that because I haven't had someone who murdered someone that I love, right? So I know that if I had someone who I love get murdered, I probably wouldn't feel that way. Maybe I would be very biased and impartial and not impartial. But I don't agree with the death penalty. I feel that someone who commits murder should pay the price for the crime. They should do the time. They should get that suffering in this life. They shouldn't get the easy way out and get death, because to me, death is the easy way out. There is an afterlife after death. And I don't believe that we go to hell. I believe we're reborn, we're reincarnated, and we're reborn into this. So you're literally just giving a person a reset by killing them, in my opinion. In my opinion, if you kill them, you're resetting their life. That's my opinion. So I don't agree with the death penalty. I feel that if you have the death penalty, that in itself is an eye for an eye. I don't agree with the death penalty at all. But going back to the African little boy. Hello. Oh, hold on. Let me look over here. Oh, I can't see it. So it's Mill Millie Millie Smollett. Millie Smollett. Did I say that right? Millie Smollett says death penalty is good because we send them to the only judge, God. Millie Smollett, where are you from in the world that you say this? Oh my goodness. Like, you guys are all for the death penalty. Where are you from? I'm American, and the majority of us Americans would not agree with the death penalty at all. We don't agree with the death penalty at all. The majority of us. Some of us may, but it's a small minority of people who agree with the death penalty. I think the death penalty, that's something extreme. Like, you can't come back from that. What if a person is innocent? You're taking someone's life and it's a possibility that they could be innocent. And if they found guilty of a crime that they're innocent for, and they're in prison, that sucks. But at least they're alive. You know what I mean? Taking their life, I can't agree with that. I can't agree with taking someone's life. Love My Lemon said, so if someone killed 10 people, do they have the right for freedom at that? As that person has taken away those people's freedoms? Hello, thank you so much for joining my stream. Love My Life, I feel that the answer is no, they should not be free. The point I'm making is that they shouldn't be murdered, but they shouldn't be let free either if they're murderers. No one who's murdering is to be free. Those of you on my Twitch channel, just hold that thought. We have someone who's taking the box now, so just hold your thought so he can speak. Pleasure, go ahead, share your opinion on the matter.
I feel this way. Been to prison for.
Go on, darling.
Now, years I spent for something that I didn't not do.
You went to
So
prison.
half of that
Oh,
time,
I'm sorry, darling. The signal is very bad and you're sounding like very distorted. So let me just reiterate. You said you went to prison for something you didn't do? Is that what you said?
I went to prison for something I did do.
You
A
did
warrant
do.
popped up on me in prison for
Uh-huh.
something that I did do while I was in prison.
You went to prison for something you
So
did do. You did do. Okay.
to prison for something that I did do. Yes, when I was 18.
Okay.
I was 20, when I was 21. A warrant popped up on me from in the streets for something that I didn't do, and I ended up to it and doing 3 more years. So what I'm saying is, not every not every criminal or something that's been through something that's went off the system or had rehabilitated so to stay through the system is a bad. No, felons are some of the hardest work that you're gonna find. On top of Mexican, but it's like we don't get enough shots. Like right now, as we speak, I'm on tether. I'm on a tether. I got 2 weeks left on parole, and it's hard for us to advance forward in life. You got certain labels on you. You know, it's hard for us to make something out of nothing.
Believe me, I
You really got
understand. I do understand. I'm not in the same boat as you, but I got charged with something and just being charged, not even being convicted. I lost my job. Like I'm feeling it. And ooh, God, like they say that they can't be biased against you, but the system is biased against you. Absolutely. They make it very difficult for people to recover after being in the system.
and I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's really hard because I'm gonna say it's really hard. I'm not gonna say it's impossible. Right now, I go to like, I got a job. I'm doing good. I'm pushing forward. I'm do my thing. That's all it's about. Self preservation. Like, and when you come to the point you realize that's about self preservation, you block everything else. That's how I feel. That's the good for me to block everything else up and find my own path in life.
So,
So
in your
some people don't want
opinion,
to rehabilitate. It's not the system that rehabilitates people. Prison doesn't rehabilitate anybody. It makes you worse. And I'm here to tell you that.
yes, I
It makes you
agree.
worse.
I absolutely agree. And I believe that the prison system should not be there just for punishment. The prison system should be there to rehabilitate people. You shouldn't go there just to suffer. You should be there to become a better person. That's my opinion on the
Right.
matter. I don't think we should just put people, lock them away in prison and just say, hey, we're just going to torment you for the prison sentence that you have. I don't believe that people in prison should go through that. I believe that they should have a rehabilitation process. But it depends on the crime. Again, I agree with Love My Lemons. If someone commits murder, like Love My Lemons acts, if someone killed 10 people, should they be allowed to have freedom? Absolutely effing not. And if someone killed 10 people, then that person should be allowed to rot forever. Because when you take someone's life, you can't take that back. You can't undo that. I don't think that there's anything you can do in this lifetime to make amends for taking someone's life. So if it's someone who's a murderer, absolutely I feel that they should be in prison without any rehabilitation whatsoever. But if it's someone who commits another type of crime, I'm not sure what crime you
Right.
committed, you should be allowed to be rehabilitated. I believe that anyone who goes to prison should get a college education. They should be given technical job skills. They should be allowed to come back into society so that they can be productive citizens. I don't believe that people who have been in the prison system should be punished for their whole entire life, which is what they get. Because after they do their time, they come out and they're still suffering. They're still suffering. It's very hard for them to get jobs. It's not impossible. Like I've had people who've come on the stream and said, hey, I was a convicted felon and I made it. But you know what? That's you out of very few others who can do that. I want it so that everyone who goes into the prison system, every single person who gets in there has a chance to have a better life. Absolutely. Okay. So hello, Donnie. Thank you for joining my stream. Hi, pleasure. Thank you for joining my stream and thank you for the amen. Going back to African Little Boy. And so Mr. Mill said he agrees with him. Mr. Mill, where are you from? Love My Lemon said, I watched a Netflix documentary yesterday and Germany has it right. They use therapy and rehab is changed and changes a person. African Little Boy says, we don't need prison here in Nigeria. Oh my God. Are you serious? So you're saying that when people commit crimes, you just go killing people everywhere so they don't have prison? Wow, Mr. African little boy, just know I'm not judging your culture, but this is a culture shock for me because I'm a very spiritual person, Mr. African little boy. I'm very spiritual, and I believe that people deserve second chances. Man should not be judge and jury. Man should not judge other man and take away their life because they make a mistake. People make mistakes. We're not perfect. Human beings are by no means perfect. And I'm respecting your culture 100%, but that is a culture shock for me to hear the things that you're saying on the stream right now. That a person commits these crimes and their life is taken away from them. That is, it's woo. And hold on, let me calm down because you guys know I get emotional. You know that I will end up getting emotional. So let me just calm down for a little bit. Take a breath. Oh my goodness. Wow. Just whoo. Wow. So Love My Lemons asked African little boy why. African little boy says census is done on the spot. And Love My Lemon says that just seems chaotic and without order. And Mr. Mills says, I am from Turkey. So Mr. Mills from Turkey, African little boys from Nigeria. We have people from two different countries and they have very similar beliefs. Mr. Mill, are you also a Muslim? Love My Lemon says, so what happens with manslaughter? Love My Lemons, are you asking me that question or are you asking African little boy that question? Angel, thank you so much for the favorite, darling. I appreciate that. I appreciate you favoriting me. And for those of you who are on my Twitch channel, if you haven't already, my Scout channel, if you haven't already, go to my website, dominusessence.myportfolio.com, and add me across all my social media. Come sub to my Twitch channel. When I reach 100 subs on my Twitch channel, I'm going to be giving you guys a dance party. If you want to see me dancing, come sub to my Twitch channel. Okay, so Love My Lemon says I'm from Britain, and Millie says I'm in Syria now, but I am from Turkey. Okay, so that question was directed, the question that Love My Lemons asked was directed towards African boy. I'm sorry, I didn't say that right. African little boy. That question was for you. So his question was, what happens when someone commits manslaughter? What happens when someone commits manslaughter in Nigeria, African little boy? And Mill says that we are doing it similar in Nigeria. So Mill, you're currently in Syria and you guys do these things. But okay, so I can't seem to understand how it is that in your country, you choose such a level of brutality. All right, guys, we have Mizzo on the box. So those of you who are on my Twitch channel, hold that thought for a second so Mizzo has the opportunity to speak. Hi, Mizzo. How are you? Hi, doctor. Yes, guys, I'm wearing my red hair today. I told you on my streams on Twitch I'm going to wear my red hair.
What you talking about?
So, Mizzo, I was telling everyone how earlier on we had the stream and we were discussing prison reform, right? And the topic of discussion tonight now is whether or not people who have been convicted of crimes, whether or not people who've been convicted of crimes should be allowed a second chance at life. And you motivated me. You were the motivation for this discussion tonight, the discussion we had earlier on today. And so we have African little boy who's from Nigeria. We have Mill, I'm just going to say Mill, who is now living in Syria, but is originally from Turkey. And we have Love My Lemons, who is from Britain. And so we have Mill, and African little boy who are very much on the same opinion, and Love My Lemons, who's in Britain, shares my opinion on most of these matters. They're saying that in their countries, when people commit crime, they publicly execute them or stone them to death. And This stream is supposed to be about rehabilitation, but they're saying that in their countries they don't even have prison. They literally just stone people to death for
Oh,
committing
Susie John,
crimes,
you're so
and
cute.
that's extreme. You know, because I'm all about reform. I'm about taking. Go on,
I
Rizzo.
agree.
Go on, Rizzo. Rizzo. You have the floor now, Rizzo. Go ahead.
From a realistic point of view. Realistic point of view, when those two countries where those two guys are talking about, they run off.
Oh my goodness. Pause for a second, darling. Let me see if I change this song. Oh, excuse me. The speaker is not doing well. I want to make sure that it's not. There we go.
The law is preventing insurance before it starts.
Wait. So, Mizzo, are you saying that you agree? Hold on 1 second, Mizzo. Are you saying that you agree with them? That they should have these public executions? You're agreeing with public execution?
Okay. How about now?
Yes. Okay. You sound good now. Mizzo? Oh my goodness, what's happening with the?
Just finish my thought,
So I don't know what's going on, Mizzo, but I can't hear you, and I think everyone else who's in the box cannot hear you as well. Can everyone hear Mizzo loud and clear? I cannot hear Mizzo at all.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, but hopefully it doesn't break up again. Go on, Mizzo.
Okay, so in those countries you have Sharia law. So that
Yes.
you know that if you break into someone's house, you know you're gonna get your hand cut off or you're gonna get stoned to death. So you're not gonna do that. If you commit rape and child sex acts, you know what's gonna happen. If for instance me and you get a divorce,
Go on, Mizzo.
in those countries you have to have a menstrual cycle, 3 menstrual cycles before you're able to get remarried and have sex again. Right there is a law in other countries where or who the parent is. Now in America, I went to prison for 8 years and 8 months.
Mizzo, you were in prison for 8 years? Oh my God, that's a long time. That is a long time to be away. Oh my goodness. Whew. African little boy, you said that people in your country want to see the stoning because it's like a public event. Oh my God, oh my God. That is brutal. Your country is brutal. I listen, oh my, ooh. Wow, that's brutal. Love my lemons. Are you feeling what I'm feeling right now? Are you feeling like totally nauseous to your stomach right now? Having them say these things? Because it's making me feel literally nauseous to know that this is what's happening there. David, thank you so much for the love. Every time you guys give me gifts, you get kisses. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, Mizzo. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you, Mizzo. Thank you, David. Doctor, are you still with me, doctor, or did you leave me, darling? Mizzo says we have the same thing in America when you sent someone to death or life in prison. Mizzo, it depends what state you're in, but the majority of the states do not have the death penalty here. I think it's safe to agree that most Americans do not agree with the death penalty. Oh, my natural oils are like dripping into my eyes, guys, and now they're burning. Oh my gosh. Uh, no. Ow. Mizzo says the federal government has death penalty, but they just killed 3 people this week. Mizzo, what? What? Where's this happening? Why are we not seeing this in the media? Lemma Lemma says, so why can't places like these have rehabilitation facilities to help stop repeat the offense? Love My Lemons also says, little disgust, I feel. Oh my God, we're on the same page. We are on the same page, Love My Lemons. We are really on the same page. That's how I'm feeling about this situation too. African Little Boy says, they sell food on stands. Stoning is like festival. We bring kids to watch. Oh my God, are you serious? This is what? What? Wow. That's crazy. Wow. Whew. Love My Lemon said the death penalty is becoming less common and more frowned upon. But Mizzo says that the federal government here in America has the death penalty and that they just killed 3 people this week. But Mizzo, what 3 people were killed? Like I didn't hear about this. I didn't. This is the first, so I always welcome you guys to come onto the podcast and share this information because I can't do all the research in the world. I do research on things. We have our topic of discussion, but you're always welcome to bring these topics up so that we can further discuss it and I can look into it. The people who were just recently killed, what were they killed for? What was the crime? And what where was the execution? Where did the execution take place? Um, Love My Lemon says in America. Yeah, so Mizzo is saying that in America, we recently put 3 people to death, but this is the first I'm hearing of it. So, and then he says no one cares about it. I care, Mizzo. I don't believe in the death penalty. I don't. Even if a person is a mass murderer, I don't believe in the death penalty. Um, Love My Lemon says, I'll admit rapists, pedos, and mass murderers do not deserve rehab. And to be honest, I would bat an eye if they got the injection. But what happens in Syria is way too drastic. So again, Love My Lemons, I respect your opinion about the matter, but I don't even think that people under those conditions should be given the death penalty. I feel like, again, I'm going to reiterate, if someone is given the death penalty, I believe that that is making things too easy for them, right? Let's be honest. The majority of us are afraid to die. That's the majority of us. But that has to do with our lack of faith that there is a life after death. Those of us afraid to die is because we doubt in our mind that there's life after death. I know there's life after death. I know that beyond this physical body, that our spirit leaves this physical body and transcends out of this physical body. So with that, with my beliefs in that, I am adamant that when you murder someone, when you put them on death row and you take their life, you are literally freeing them from their punishment because life after death is a second chance. Life after death means you have a second chance. You're reborn again. The soul doesn't stay in limbo for all eternity. The soul gets reborn at some point in time. I don't know how soon it happens. Maybe you spend 1,000 years in rehabilitation in heaven or something, or like in limbo or something. But you are reborn again. So you're literally just giving a person another chance when you take their life. So I don't agree that there should be a death penalty in America. Now, as far as in in Syria or in Nigeria, I mean it's a different place. It's a different. Those are two different countries, right? And their system's different there. So I'm not gonna judge them. I think it's brutal. Absolutely, I agree that it's brutal. But we don't know the chaos that they're living in. Maybe things there aren't as civilized as America is, and maybe they have to have this extremity because if they don't have this extremity, they can't keep law and order. So, just I don't know why people would evolve or adapt to having this kind of system. So I'm not judging them. I think it is brutal, but I'm not judging them, is what I'm saying. Hi, Mizzo. Thank you for coming back. Let me hit the date button just in case it didn't go through. Okay. Yep, we're good. Go ahead, Mizzo. You have the floor. Go ahead, Mizzo. Mizzo? Something's not going well with the box today. I have no idea what's going on with this box today. I think for now on, we're just gonna talk to Discord, so we don't worry about this this glitch that's happening right now. Okay, go ahead. Ooh, the box is not working today, Misso. I do not hear you. Oh, guys, I have no idea what's going on with the box. Let's try the regular box, and then if anybody wants to join, you can. I don't know what's going on with the box today. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I guess I have to just read the messages. Let's try. I'm gonna reset the box. Let's see what happens when I reset the box. Okay, Love My Lemon says, ooh, no. Hold on. Mill, please do not send any links on here where we see people getting executed. We do not want to see that in our community. I thank you for offering it, but no, I graciously decline the offer. Please don't put any links here showing anyone being executed. I do not want to see that kind of brutality. Love My Lemon says, my belief is there is only one existence and that's it. So that's why I agree for those types of people. Death is just for those particular crimes. Love My Lemons. So are you an atheist? Guys, I'm getting hungry, so I'm about to go get something to eat, and I might go get food and then come back. African Little Boy, the box is when you are allowed to verbally speak. So for those of you who are on Twitch, you can come to my Discord chats, right? Those of you who follow me and subscribe on Twitch can come into my Discord chats, which allows you to voice your opinion instead of typing it in the box where the chat is up on the stream and I read your messages. You can voice your opinion instead. That's what the box is. So if you want to join the box, you are more than welcome to. Just understand that we're respectful here, right? You are given a chance to voice your opinion, but the moment you guys violate any of the rules, you lose your opportunity to come again. Okay? So long as you understand that, anyone's welcome to join the box. Love My Lemon says that African Little Boy, you can have time to say your point live. Yes, that's what it is. And Mill says that's for documentary purposes. Love My Lemon says I'm a deist. So at the risk of me not sounding very well educated, I'm sorry, I don't know what a deist is. Love My Lemons, can you please explain? R, thank you so much for the love. You guys know when you give me love, you get kisses. Kisses for you. Who else gave me love? Ro, you gave me kisses. I mean, you gave me love. Wait. Kisses for you, Ro. America, you gave me love. Kisses for you, America. Oh, America, I do not model, but thank you. That's very flattering for you to ask me that question. So Love My Lemons. I do not know what a deist is. Can you please explain that? I mean, I can look it up on Google, but I'd much rather you just explain if that's okay with you. America, thank you. Thank you for the love that you just gave me. Thank you for the favorite. Thank you for joining my stream. I appreciate every single one of you. I really do. Like, if I don't tell you enough, let me tell you again. Every single one of my viewers who come to see me, every single one of my followers who come to support my stream, I appreciate you so much. I really do. Thank you for making this possible for me, to be a streamer and have my podcast. Love My Lemon says, Adias is you believe in tech concept of God, a technical concept of God, but not in any man-made God from religion. You don't believe that God is omnibenevolent, omnibenevolent, but not evil either. Um, so you do believe in God though, right? You believe in God? All right, so if you believe in God, how do you not love my lemons? How do you not believe that there's a life after death if there's a God? So then my next question after that question that I just asked you, love my lemon, is are you afraid to die? And then another question gets raised after that. Um, Hi, Charles. Oh, I miss you so much, sweetheart. Where have you been, my darling? Mwah. I know you're in Germany, right? No, you're in Switzerland? I forget. You're either in Germany or Switzerland, right? So the time frame is different. That's why you don't get to see me anymore because I've been streaming during the daytime. And when I'm streaming, it's your nighttime and you're sleeping. So, love my lemons. Did you hear my question that I addressed to you? Mill, yes, you may join the box. So you have to go onto my profile here and contact me on my Discord. Contact my Discord and send me a message on Discord, and I will give you follower status on the Discord so that you can join the Discord chat. Poland. I'm sorry, Charlie. Charlie, I'm sorry. I hope you still love me even though I didn't remember where you were from. Love My Lemon says, I don't believe it all it's all good. I don't believe it would make a difference for us. But okay, so I'm just curious to know, love my lemons, right? Because you are acknowledging that you do believe that a God exists. You're acknowledging that. You're acknowledging that a God does exist. But you're saying that you don't believe there's a life after death. You're saying that you believe this is the only opportunity we have for life and then it's over for us. So that's a little confusing to me because normally if people believe that a God exists, they do believe that there's an afterlife. You know, most people who believe a God exists believe there's an afterlife. So are you afraid of death then? Like, do you feel like death is a terrifying idea to you? We all know we're going to die. Every single one of us knows that one day is going to be our last day. But as far as you are concerned, are you afraid of death? Having the belief that there is no life after death. Love My Lemon says, I'm scared of death, but it's how I die. I don't care about the afterlife. If there is an afterlife, it's out of my power and my control at that point. Oh, okay. So give me an example of how you fear death. Like for instance, for me, I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm scared of burning to death. That's my biggest fear. Like I wouldn't want to burn to death. That, oh God, Lord, I would never want that, So what makes you afraid? Charles said, answering the question from the title, by the way, I strongly believe everyone deserves a second, third, fourth, and any chance in their life they need. Oh my goodness. You're so adorable. Oh, she's so adorable. Oh, you're so sweet, hon. I believe so too, darling. I don't know about like infinite amounts of chances, but I do believe in giving many chances. Yes, I believe a person should get a second chance and even a third chance, maybe a fourth chance. I don't know about a fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, or ninth, or 10th chance, but people should get other chances. I do agree. Love My Limit says, you look at all the galaxies around us, and this God would make an afterlife specifically for us. Personally, I think that's human arrogance. Um, so here's the thing, Love My Lemons, right? Some religions believe that God created the heavens and the earth for human beings. I agree that's human arrogance. Oh my goodness, Ro, thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And Americano, thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I do agree that that's human arrogance. However, not everyone believes that. I don't believe that God created everything just for mankind. God created everything for everything. I believe that every single living thing, every entity on this planet, in the galaxy, everywhere, in all existence, is connected. That literally the ant that crawls on the ground, or the worm that scurries in the ground, or the tree or the plant, every single one of these living things has the same spirit. So, in all actuality, the afterlife is not just for human beings alone. The afterlife is for the spirit. Every spirit in existence has that afterlife. That's my belief. So I do not believe that heaven and earth and all these things is created just for man alone. I do not believe that. But I do agree that for those people who do believe that, it's kind of arrogance. I absolutely do agree with that statement that you're making, because it's not logical. For me, it's not logical to believe that heaven and earth and everything's only created for man. I don't believe that. Hi, Ro. How are you? Welcome back. Hold on, let me hit the tape button. I see that you're out of work today. Well, I saw you early on today, but go on, Ro. Share your opinion.
What's your belief on the creation, like the 7 days and stuff like that?
Oh, I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. Hold on 1 second, Ro. Let me just see, because I think America said today killed me the sun. Today my water melted the little bit today, cutting yards with someone. I don't know what he means by that, but okay. Just like the birds. So I do not believe what the Bible states, okay? And those of you who are Christian, please don't come in here persecuting me, okay? Don't come persecuting me because I don't believe this. No, I don't believe that, because the Bible is a scripture written by man. And I believe, that human beings, science has proven that we've been on earth for billions of years, not 2,000 years ago. Science has proven that. And I believe that over time, these religious stories have been passed on from generations to generations, and that we have a very lost knowledge, right? And so that there were civilizations way before us that existed that we have forgotten existed, right? Because we're more concerned with our modern times, right? So I do not believe that the earth was created in 7 days. Not at all. I believe that we are a part of God. God is the universe. God is all creation, and we're a part of it. Like literally every particle, every being of existence is a part of God. We're all a part of God.
Yeah.
The little atom, the tiniest atom is a part of God. The tiniest little organism, the single-celled organism, is a part of God. Every single one of us is. That literally we are a part of God's universe, just the same way that the blood that flows through our veins, the bacteria that live in our body are a part of our universe, because us as human beings, each individually, we are universes. Literally inside of our body are living entities. Our blood cells are living entities. There's bacteria living inside of our bodies, on top of our skin. So just the same way we have our inner universes is the same way we're part of God. God is the universe. So do I sit down and say, oh yeah, we were made in 7 days? I do not believe that. Absolutely not. But I definitely know God is real. No one can tell me otherwise. I know that the Lord is real. I know that God is pure energy and light, and that God is real. I don't doubt that with anything. I know for sure the Lord is real. But do I believe in the religious scriptures telling us this is the way it's done, or this is the way it happened? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I will never be convinced.
So you believe in like intelligent design and stuff like that?
I believe that human beings, as we are, were genetically engineered by superior beings. I don't believe that that God just came and said, hey, I'm going to create Adam and Eve. Like, absolutely not. There were beings here before us who were scientists. They had technologies like genetic engineering, and they came down to this planet, right? They wanted to inhabit this planet, and they created mankind in their image so that mankind can be slaves to them. That's what I believe. And the reason why I believe this, right? Even though I believe in God and I'm very spiritual, I also believe in science. And science, right? Archaeologists have dug up tablets that are millions of years old that shows previous civilizations, and they're telling us the story in their tablets that they've just unearthed. It says there in their history that they created man by genetically engineering them. So I believe that. I believe we were genetically engineered. Now, does that mean we don't have a soul? Absolutely not. Anything that is alive has a soul. It doesn't matter if you're genetically engineered. If we create life as human beings, if we create something and give it life, that creature or whatever that creation is would also have a soul.
Yeah.
But I know people like Christians are probably like, oh my God, she's going to go to hell. She doesn't accept Jesus Christ as her Savior. Oh Lord, she doesn't accept Jesus. Like I know that you guys are probably going crazy thinking that. Well, you can think that, but remember, your Christian Bible says, "Thou shalt not judge," and let he without sin cast the first stone. The Christian Bible says that. Just saying. Just saying. It does say that.
So you believe in like evolution and all that stuff?
I'm kind of on the fence with evolution. Yes, I do believe in evolution, but evolution doesn't happen overnight. Evolution is something that happens over time, like millions of years. We adapt and change to our environments, and this we know because when we watch human beings, you can see the difference in human beings now, how they adapt to their environment. So, is it something extreme, like just overnight everyone changes? No, but over time through our genetics mutating, yes, we do evolve to become something different. I do believe that. Ooh, you guys went in. Charlie says, I'm immortal, and since I never died, you have no way of proving me wrong. Charlie, you're too adorable. This God I believe in is more like a kid playing with a Play-Doh. You make it, get bored, leave it, and start over. Kids, no remorse, starting over again. So why would God? No remorse. And hence why I don't think God is evil or good. That's a good point, Love My Lemons. I I understand that point, but I don't necessarily agree with it. Charlie says we are on Earth for thousands of years, not billions. Billions of years ago, dinosaurs were having parties. Um, Actually, Charlie, I believe human beings existed during the time of the dinosaurs. I do believe that they existed. Charlie says, I don't believe in the existence of a soul. Charlie, is that true? Really? So where do you think your consciousness goes? Charlie, you do understand you have a consciousness, right, Charlie? Your consciousness thinks and feels and has logic. Where do you think that goes if you don't believe we have a soul? Love My Lemon says, so how do we not know these superior beings are our gods? Um, Love My Lemons, are you referring to the statement that I made about the beings that genetically engineered us? Or are you referring to a different being? Mill says, how can I get to talk? Mill, I explained to you. Go onto my profile here and click my Discord link. Add my Discord. When you add my Discord, send me a friend request on Discord and message me saying that you're here on Twitch, and I will give you the box. Charlie, so your brain, okay, so Charlie's answer to my question was yes, it's my brain. That was Charlie's answer to the question that I asked her. But Charlie, our brain, okay, so the body, Charlie, the body is just a matter, right? This matter will deteriorate. But your brain, which is also matter, think of your brain as being a computer, right? What your brain is the computer, but the electrical impulses that are in your brain, those electrical impulses, that is your consciousness. Those electrical impulses that go through the different synapses in your brain. That consciousness is your soul. It's energy. Your consciousness is an energy. It's a pure energy that goes somewhere after death. Just think of it like this, darling, right? Energy cannot be destroyed. Energy can only be recreated, right? We learned this in science class, did we not? Or every single one of us learned this in science class. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be recreated. So where do you think this energy in your brain, Charlie, where do you think it goes when this physical body dies? Love My Lemon says, you have all this power, so why care about a species when you can simply make it again? All right, Love My Lemons, that's a good question. Love My Lemons, if you have a child, if you give birth to a child, do you not care about that child? Now, what if that child dies? Are you gonna stop caring about that child when it if it died just because you can make another?
Hello.
Hi, Imani, how are you?
You said where when the body dies, you said where does it go?
No, not the body. The question is for Charles, right? Because Charles says she doesn't believe that we have a soul. Charles says,
we have a spirit.
yes, Charles believes that we don't have a soul. Charles believes that, her brain is just who she is. And I'm explaining to her that in all actuality, our brain is not who we are. Our brain itself, the physical part of the brain, is the computer that processes our soul, which are the electrical impulses in our brain.
Yeah, I got the answer for Charles. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 7. It says, "This will happen when you die, and this is where the spirit goes." It says, "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return into God who gave it." So when you die, your spirit just go back to the Father that made it, and your body go back to the ground because you was this body is your shell, and if it get too much damage or injured, it give way for your spirit to get out and go back to the Father. Your spirit can't be housed in it no more because it's damaged. You see what I'm saying? And the scriptures just said the spirit go back to the Father who gave it. The Lord made all spirits, so everybody that died, you go back to the Father.
Charlie, did you hear what Imani says? I'm not sure if you guys are hearing because I took off the Bluetooth since the Bluetooth wasn't sounding very good. Did you hear what Imani said? Because he directed that towards you, Charlie. That was directed towards you. Let's wait for Charlie to give a response. So, okay, Imani, it's not that I don't agree with you, but I don't 100% agree with you, right? I believe that eventually we get back to God, eventually. But I don't believe it's in our first death, because I believe in reincarnation. And I believe that we are reincarnated time and again until we get it right.
Every 3 or 4.
Oh, I lost you. I think the server just dropped it.
You can hear me?
Nope, I didn't hear you. It was like a delay, and it was a major delay. Major delay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Please continue.
Okay. The Bible say we come back every 3 or 4 generations. So every time we die, which we've been here plenty of times and we've died, every time we die, all it is a transition period when you die, so-called die, because it ain't dying. All it is you departing from the flesh, going into the spiritual world, which the spiritual world is all around us, which we can't see it. So that's all what happens when you die. You just go into the spiritual world where you in a stronger body and you can be before the Lord.
So, Imani, let me ask you this question, because this is are you a Christian, Imani? Are you a Christian? What's your religion, if you don't mind me asking?
I believe in the Bible. There's no such thing as religion.
I agree with that too.
Religion was brought up by the Roman Catholic Church.
Okay, awesome. You and I are on the same page. We're on the same page with that. So my next question is then, because this is the first time I've heard someone say that who doesn't share my spiritual beliefs, say that we do come back again in the next lifetime. Now, I've had someone tell me they believe in Santeria. They told me that what happens is when you die, you're reborn into your same family lineage. So literally, you could be like the great great grandparent, and you come back as a great 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 granddaughter or something like that. Is that what you believe?
Well, you come back every 3 or 4 generations.
In your
Well,
own
yeah,
bloodline?
well, actually, yes, you come back in that family line.
In your own family
Yes.
line.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, it's called, regeneration, which means back in the flesh.
That's very interesting that you shared that.
Yes. Every word has a meaning to it. So you got to look it up and get the deeper understanding.
Hi, Josh. Are you here to talk about what we're discussing? Or are you here for another purpose? Oh, okay. So we're here discussing the topic at hand. Well, actually, the topic has moved on from what we were discussing about rehabilitation in the criminal justice system to more spiritual discussion. Do you have any input on what we're currently discussing?
I'd say this is a bit inside. I'm really looking for something serious.
Oh, I'm not understanding what you're saying at all.
I said I think this is a bit inside. I'm looking for something serious. Sorry, can you hear me?
So what I'm asking you is if you're joining this podcast right now to share your opinion on the matters that we're discussing. Do you have an opinion to share about what we're currently discussing?
What are you discussing about?
All right, so let's go back to what Charlie said then. We were discussing what Charlie said about not believing that there is a soul, right? We were discussing that. And then Money came on and explained from the Bible why he believes there is a soul, and then he talked about how we're reincarnated. I believe in reincarnation. So Charlie says, let's see what this Charlie says. Um, I lost it. Charlie says, when I die and everything ends. It's what I believe. I wouldn't be mad if it was different, but I don't really think it is. I don't believe in afterlife. Okay? And then Love My Lemon says, the energy is in the brain. Are only electrical signals which are made through the energy we get through our food. The brain is merely a battery which depletes. Love My Lemon says, our body literally produces electricity in every movement and thought we do. Charlie says, kind of. I didn't pick up on everything he said. Oh, darn it. Let me try again with the speaker. I don't know what's going on, guys. Okay, I'm gonna put the speaker on again. Hopefully you guys can hear everything. Charlie says, I believe that the consciousness comes from the brain. It's purely biological in my eyes. We get smarter and more conscious as the brain develops, and you could argue that the computer is just getting updated to process the soul better. However, I just think it's a philosophy people need to add the meaning to their lives. They don't need extra meaning to my life. And Love My Lemons agrees with Charlie on that aspect. He says spot on. He says we get so scared of death and we get scared of all the things we do. We try to create meaning in death. Million says, I want to talk about Syria. I can talk. I am on guard duty now. Can I talk? Mr. Mills, I explained to you that if you join my Discord, right, you can voice your opinion. You can come to the box. So have you joined the Discord and did you make a friend request? You did. Are you, hold on 1 second. Are you, gosh, boy. Are you Brookins Milk? No, you're not that. You're not that person. Let's see. Pending. What is your name on Discord? You did. What is your name on Discord? Mr. Mills, what is your name on Discord? Flip Sullivan? Flip Sullivan. Okay. All right. So I'm going to allow you to, I'm going to give you I'm gonna give you follower status. Hold on a second. This thing is going nuts right now. I'm gonna give you follower status on Discord, which is going to allow you to speak on the box, okay? For now, let me exit this box because if I'm gonna allow someone on Discord, I don't want you guys to interfere with that discussion on Discord. I'm going to allow you the box on Discord to speak your mind. Just be respectful, okay? By respectful, I mean, if you disagree with me, you don't curse me out. If you disagree with anyone else and their opinion, you don't curse them out. You don't tell someone they're wrong and you're right. On this live, we respect everyone's opinion. We don't say you're wrong, I'm right. We don't do that here. We just say that let's agree to disagree, right? This is how we do it here. We agree to disagree, and that's how we do it. That's how we do it on my stream. That's the requirement. If you want to join the box, those are my rules. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna hit your Flip Sullivan. I'm going to accept your friend request. Now let me go ahead and go to my server, and I'm going to give you friend status right now. So now I'm going to give you Twitch follower status. Now that you have Twitch follower status, you can join the chat room that I created. So if you go under my section that says Twitch reactions to videos room, you now have access to my Twitch reactions to videos room, which will allow you to speak freely. And hold on one second. I think that I need to change the sound source. Let me go ahead and change the sound source. Give me a second, guys. All right, so let me change the settings in my Streamlabs now because I just changed the sound source to my speakers. And if I'm going to change the sound source to my speakers, I have to change the sound source in my software as well. Audio, default, mic. All right, audio set to default. It should be fine. It should pick it up. Okay, so now you can go ahead and join that chat room, which is reactions to videos. And when you join that chat room, Mr. Mills, you'll be able to speak freely and join the box. So the box is now open to you as soon as you join the this chat. The box is open to you. All right. Now, in response to Love My Lemons and to Charlie. In response to the two of you, Charlie, you know I adore you so much, my darling. And then you know what I just really appreciate you so much is that you are so pure. Like you're just so pure, Charlie. And everything you say is so genuine. So I really appreciate you. Now I'm not trying to convert you in any way, my darling. Your mind is set. Okay. But when I'm saying the things I say, I speak from my own experience. I've had near-death experiences. I've had experiences where my soul left my body. So I know. Now, you know, people can argue, well, you know what? Maybe that's the brain playing tricks on you when you were about to die. I don't believe so, my darling. I've had near-death experiences, Charlie, that tell me that when you're dying, when this body physically dies, this consciousness that's in your brain travels. And also, this is also directed to you, Love My Lemons. This is directed to you as well. I get what you're saying about the brain being a battery, but we're thinking of it as in our modern technology that we have. Let's think outside the box for a moment, Love My Lemons. Okay, isn't there a possibility that there can be an infinite source of power? Why think so? Why think in the contents of our common technology? What if there are infinite sources of power? Powers that never die. Don't we have something like that now? It's called nuclear fusion. We have nuclear fusion, right? Nuclear fusion never dies, right? Something like that. I'm not 100% sure about that. So if I'm correct, let me know. And if I'm not correct, let me know. But what if, in all actuality, what if, Love My Lemons, what if our electrical pulses in our brains literally is an energy that's infinite? Why couldn't that be a possibility? Why think of our brains as being a battery that eventually will die and lose its power? We're not a battery. We're far more complex than a battery. far more complex than a battery. We don't come close to being a battery. We are far more complex creatures than just being a battery. Lemon says nuclear fusion, they are hoping to create, we have only created nuclear fusion. Oh, nuclear fusion, they are hoping to create. We have only created nuclear fission. Love my lemons. Did you say you were a dentist? I forgot what you said what you were. You said your career. Can you say it again? I can scroll up and try to read it, but well, do you get the point that I'm making, Love My Lemons? Do you understand the point that I'm making here? America says our brain for like spark plugs. So are you understanding the point that I'm making though, Love My Lemons? Why think of our brain as being a simple, primitive battery? Our brains are not simple and primitive. Our electrical pulses, which is our consciousness, our electrical pulses, that is our consciousness. It's our physical consciousness. Is eternal energy. It's not an energy that dies. It's not. When it's stuck in this body, it's confined to the body. Yes, this is true. Being stuck in this body, it's confined to the body. This is true. But it's not an energy that ever stops existing. Our energy is permanent. It's forever existing. It's like the way the universe is forever existing. The universe doesn't stop existing. The universe is going to exist for all eternity. This is what our consciousness is. It's an existence that exists for all eternity. Only we literally hop from lifetime to lifetime. Again and again. We manifest into a physical being again and again until we finally get to the point where we're enlightened, and then we get to be with God for all eternity. Okay? Love My Lemon says, because our body is literally just input and output. Why do we die of starvation and thirst? We don't have the energy to go on. Our brain is complex, but it is an organ which consumes and outputs energy. All right. Let me tell you from this perspective, Mr. Lemons. Think about it from this perspective. A computer. If you take the computer out of the power source, does it stop existing being a computer? Can't you just plug it right back into the power source and it starts working again? Isn't that how it works with a computer? Think of our consciousness as being the same thing. Just think of the body itself as being that power source. But when our energy leaves this body, it now becomes a part of the universe, which then gives us a charge. We get the energy from the universe. We're no longer confined to this physical body. When we leave the body, when our consciousness transcends from the body, it's now getting the energy from the universe around it. Let's see. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta adjust this so I can see the whole chat because you guys literally both said a paragraph. Oh no, it's not letting me. Oh goodness, it's not letting me do it. Hold on, wait. I gotta fix it. No. Oh God, I'm so annoyed right now. Okay. Oh, I did it again. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to like. No. No. What's happening? Stop this. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. I just moved some stuff around. All right. This thing like totally just messed up my I was trying to adjust this so that I could see more of the chat, but I did something here. I just moved stuff around and give me a second, guys. I gotta fix this because it's not letting me. Oh no, no. Okay, wait. Let's move this back over here somewhere. Let's move it like here somewhere, like right there. Okay, now let's make the chat room bigger. Okay. All right, guys. I think I figured it out. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, so oof, oof, oof. Wait.
Oh, Susie-chan, you're so cute.
Okay, wait. Mill, give me a second, Mill. Constantly until we stop the intake of energy through what we consume via food, water, and oxygen. Charles says there's many people, including me, that have similar near-death experiences, and people that experience leaving their body with meditation or drugs or whatever. I still think that it's all in our brains, though. Our brains are amazing tools that create scenarios to protect ourselves from what we are the most scared of. Charlie is always so logical. Again, how can you only be 19 years old and have this intelligence? This girl is so intelligent. She's amazing. You are, you're just so amazing, Charlie. You're so amazing. That's a very valid point, Charlie. That's a very valid point. And that, that's very logical. You're making a very logical point. Maybe our brains just do trick us so that, we just cater to our fears. Love My Lemon says, hence why we go brain dead. The purpose of the computer has been lost without power. Our body has lost its power source permanently. Why can't our body absorb this energy while we are alive and leave the body? Why is it only through death our soul suddenly has the power to leave? I actually love my lemons. It is very possible for us to leave our bodies while being alive, but you do that through meditation. There's different levels of meditation, and you have to get to the highest form of meditation in order to do that. If you can get to the highest form of meditation, you can be alive and still leave your body. And there are people in the world who can do it. There's yogis who do it all the time that have mastered meditation, and they literally transcend out of their bodies into the universe. Right now, there's people on this planet right now who can transcend out of their bodies into the universe. Absolutely. It's very 100% possible. Very 100% possible. Okay, so hold on one second. Mill, I'm not seeing you in the react to videos chat box. I'm not seeing you there. I'm here in the reactions to videos box, but I don't see you. No, you went into the wrong channel, that's why. Okay. Mill, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I need to set up the push block.
Yeah, you went into the wrong chat. But I don't know why. I guess the game chat is open to anyone, and I didn't know that. Hi, Trump. How are you, my darling? You went into the wrong chat, but that's fine. You can hear me, but at least now I know that everyone has access to this. It should have been where you only have access to that one chat room. So I'm probably gonna get rid of this game chat one.
Okay.
All right, so okay, guys, Mill, who is joining us over from Twitch, is now sharing the box. So I asked everyone who's in the Twitch chat to just, for a moment, don't type anything. Everyone, listen to what Mill has to say. He's just coming over from Twitch right now onto the Discord to voice his opinion. Okay, so the floor is open to you now. Go ahead, Mill.
Yeah, the thing is, like in Syria, I was in Turkey, in Istanbul. Yeah, I studied there, so I know a good bit of English. And now it's like a disaster here. So we don't have a judicial system, if you call it that way. I don't know. We are just like executing on the spot.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again? You said something about the system. I didn't 100% understand.
Yeah, we don't have implemented judicial system here.
You don't have a judicial system. So,
No,
okay.
we are like occupied from all sides. Only side that is like our friendly side, if you want to call it that way, is Turkey.
Did you once have a judicial system and now because of what's going on politically there, you no longer have one? Like, was your judicial system overturned?
No, it's complicated because like half of the country is separated.
Oh my goodness. So, okay, you said earlier on in the stream, in the chat box in the stream, you said that in your country they have public execution and stoning and stuff like that.
No, it's not stoning.
But they have public execution.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they have public execution and you're saying they don't have a judicial system there, how are your people determining who is publicly executed? Hold on one second. Trump, give me a moment because if actually Trump, if you want to join this discussion, join the chat room. Join the chat room. But go on, Mel. It's back to you. How is it that in your country, how is it that they make the determination that someone is going to be publicly executed then if there's no judicial system?
It's like every city has the couple of, I don't know how to call it, like actually village, because we only hold one city now, and yeah, it's complicated. We don't even know. We just get orders.
Wow, I'm sorry. I'm just processing the information you're giving me, and that to me, that's a scary place to live in. Like living in your country, are you not afraid all the time?
I mean, it's not my how you want to call it, like main country. I mean, I have a Turkish citizenship, so
So, are you a soldier there? Are you a soldier in Turkey?
no, I'm in Syria.
Okay, so are you a soldier in Syria?
Yeah.
How is it that okay, you come from Turkey and you now live in Syria? How did you come to be in Syria? Like were you like recruited into the army or
Mm,
did you make
it's
that
not
choice?
army.
They recruited you or you made the choice to go there like for economical purposes?
It's not economical.
So why did you make the choice to be part of the army?
Yeah, it's one group. It's not like army.
So is it more like what Americans would call like a rebel group, like something like that?
Yeah, you call it. Yeah, you can call it like that.
So okay, so then you guys are part of a rebel group. So who in your
Yeah.
group makes the
Al
determination?
Sham.
I'm sorry, say that again. I interrupted you. Please say that again.
Atra. Al Sham.
What does that mean? Because
It's the name of the group.
oh, the name of the group. Okay. So who makes the determination? Because again, we're going back to what you stated before about
I
how they
I
have public
told you it's
execution.
complicated. It's not only our group. It's like 10 other groups.
So where you are in Syria, you have 10 separate groups of people that come together to make a decision as to whether or not someone's going to be.
No.
No.
Every group has its territory, but it's complicated about judicial system because there is none.
I just honestly like, and I'm not judging your culture, darling. I'm not judging your culture by any means. But
It's
to
not a
me,
culture. It's disaster. Like whole country is falling apart. I mean, it's already falling apart. But yeah,
I, you know,
the main part is like that is holding it. Like the whole country is Syrian regime on like with Bashar al-Assad, if you heard about him.
no, actually, I've never. So please enlighten me. Please enlighten everyone on the podcast right now. Let us know what's going on, the things that you're being subjected to in your country, or well, in
Mm,
Syria.
do you ever know what happened in the last like 10 years here?
Well, I know some things about the Middle East. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm an American, right? In America, they use a lot of propaganda to make us believe that everyone in the Middle East is like evil people. So I don't believe everyone in the Middle East is an evil person, but the majority of Americans do, and so we don't really distinguish countries there. We kind of look at everyone as being one and the same, and I speak for most Americans when I'm saying this. I personally don't have any bias against anyone in the Middle East, but most Americans would. And we kind of just look at it as, oh, those are just Middle Eastern people. Like we don't really like think about people being separate countries there. So that's the long answer. The short answer is not really much. Not really much. Because in general, when we hear things about the Middle East, we just think of it as the Middle East and not individual countries. So I don't really know the whole history of what's been going on in your country for the last couple of years.
Uh, yeah, it's civil war essentially. Yeah, but it's like first it was like FSA, Free Syrian Army, against SAA, Syrian Arab Army. But then Free Syrian Army got separated into a lot of smaller groups, and one of the bigger groups was ISIS, or we call it Daesh.
So let me ask you this question, and I thank you so much for joining my podcast. I really appreciate this opportunity to be speaking with someone in Syria, which is you, and sharing this knowledge with us. But let me ask you this question: living in this environment and being a soldier there, are you constantly living in fear?
Not really, because I all the time when fear kicks in is when we go in assault or attack positions from another group.
So who are you fighting there? Like if you're having these battles with other groups, who are you fighting? Are you fighting other Syrians? Are you fighting people from another country? Like are you fighting other rebels? And
The
what do you
majority of the majority of them are from Europe actually.
you guys are fighting Europeans?
I mean, they came here with Daesh, but they now got separated into smaller groups.
But what is the why is the fighting occurring? What are you fighting for?
I mean, for free Syria.
To free Syria. So
Yeah,
I see.
but now it's like first we fought the regime, Assad regime, but now they're like almost like our allies because we are not fighting them now. We are just fighting other groups.
Let me ask you a question. This is something that Charlie directed towards you. Charlie said to ask you, can you ask him what does he think Syria needs from the rest of the world, if anything, to make Syria a better place to live in? That's the question that Charlie asked you. And I don't know if you left the Twitch chat to see it, so I'm reading it to you just in case you didn't stay. So let me say it, ask the question again. She says, can you ask him what does he think Syria needs from the rest of the world, if anything, to make Syria a better place to live in? That's directed towards you, Flip.
Mm, I mean, the majority of this is happening because of the US, in my opinion. But yeah, it's like interfering in our country's system with the riots that happened in 2011, and it escalated into a civil war. But CIA got everything like rolled in because of the riots. That's what, yeah.
Wow. So hold that thought, Flip. I'm pretty sure that people on Scout wanna comment. Does anyone have anything that they would like to say to Flip? And be respectful to each other and give each other chances to speak back and forth. Like don't like over talk each other, okay? We're gonna be kind to each other and hear what everyone has to say. Trump says Syria needs Jesus, Charlie. The box is open to you guys on Scout. but be respectful. We're going to take turns. Those of you who want to speak on Scout can speak, and those Flip is the only one right now currently in the Discord, but anyone who chooses to join the Discord can in order to join the conversation. But if no one's joining now, Flip can continue. Wow. So I'm thinking about all the things that you're saying, Flip, and I'm just, wow, I'm processing this information. I can't imagine being in your position. I just couldn't imagine it. Most of us in America, we don't really have any idea what's really going on in any other part of the world. Because remember, like, every government has propaganda, and America has its own propaganda, right? And so the propaganda given to us, we believe that people in the Middle East are just evil people. Like, this is what Americans believe about Middle Eastern people. We believe that they're animals. We believe that they're uncivil. Like, this is the belief that we have as Americans about any country in the Middle East. So, you know, I take this opportunity to hear your side of things, because I don't necessarily believe that. I believe that all human beings can be good and bad. And, you know, you're giving us some insight on what's going on. Like, you're just explaining to us now that the reason why you guys are having these battles is because you're trying to free your country. And that's a justifiable reason to me to, you know, have battles to fight for freedom. Absolutely. In America, we fought for freedom. We had civil wars here. We've had wars in America where we were fighting for freedom. Just wow, like, I'm processing everything you're saying, and I'm telling you, I just couldn't imagine being in your position. I just couldn't imagine it. I mean, you're here today, but you could be gone tomorrow. So I have another question that's coming to mind. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. But I'm assuming that you being a soldier, right, here in the Syrian army, that you have already killed people, right? How many have you had to kill in this battle that you're in? If you don't mind sharing that information. If you know, if you don't know, you don't want to share it, you don't have to. But I'm just curious to know.
But I mean, that I know of, it's like, I don't know, approximately, I don't know, around 10, 15.
10, 15 people. So
Yeah.
hold on one second, Flip. So Flip, we have some questions from Twitch viewers for you and from Scout viewers. Okay. So African Little Boy says Flip is a good man and a good soldier. And Twitch Ben says, I have a question. Why the Syrians are anti-Semitic to the Jewish people? Hold on one second. Don't answer that question yet, Flip. Twitch, are you Jewish? I'm waiting for him to answer the question. And for those of you who are my Scout, we're doing a multi-stream. If you want to join the box, you can. You can share your opinion at any point in time if you would like to come share your opinion. Oh, dear. Well, Trump, we were discussing felons, but then you know how the stream goes. We discuss one thing and it evolves into something else. So now we're talking about this. So okay, Mr. Flip, Twitch answers yes, he is a Jewish person. Okay, so his question again was, why are Syrians anti-Semitic to the Jewish people? So that question is for you. Do you mind giving him an answer?
Yeah, why not? I mean, a lot of wars that are fought here is just because, like, Jewish expansion of Israel, and yeah, that's essentially it. Like, weakening like other countries around
So
Israel, so
are you
they
agreeing that they're
can just
anti-Semitic?
expand.
Do you agree that they are anti-Semitic? Do you agree with that?
Who?
So Twitch says he asks you the question, why are Syrians anti-Semitic? That's what he asks. Are you agreeing with that?
All Syrians.
Syrians are anti-Semitic?
I mean, I don't know what is anti-Semitic, like.
Anti-Semitic means that you have a hatred towards Jewish people.
I mean, it's not hatred to defend your country.
So, Mr. Twitch, did you hear what Flip had to say about it? I kind of understand his standpoint. Like, so what he's basically saying, Mr. Twitch, he's saying that they're not anti-Semitic, that they're not. He's saying that they're just defending their country. What do you have? What is your retort to that? Flip, hold that question. Twitch, hold that question. And Mr. Trav. I'll just call you Trav. Mr. Trav, do you have some input that you would like to give on the topic at hand right now? Mr. Trav? Do you have some input that you would like to give on the topic at hand right now? So, okay, Flip is on the Discord server right now, and Flip is saying that he is a Syrian soldier. He's saying, oh, okay, so whatever volume you have in the background, I need you to lower it, darling. We're doing a podcast here, and that's interrupting the sound. You got to cut it. If it's a TV, radio, whatever it is. Okay, thank you. So, Flip is saying he lives in Syria. Flip is saying he lives in Syria. He's saying he's a soldier in Syria. And now we have Twitch who joined the chat, and Twitch is saying he wants to know why it is that people in Syria are anti-Semitic. Now, Flip's retort is, we are not anti-Semitic. We're not, but we are defending our country so that we can have freedom. That is what his retort is to Twitch. Do you have any input that you would like to give or any questions you would like to ask Flip or Twitch about the matter?
No, I don't have any questions about that, but yeah.
No, not you, Flip. I'm asking Trav if he has any questions for you.
No.
All right, so Trev, I'm assuming you're new to the podcast, right? I'm assuming you're new. And I appreciate the compliment. Thank you for letting me know that I'm beautiful. However, this podcast is a podcast that we have very in-depth discussions. And we're currently, the topic was at hand. At first, it was whether or not people should be given second chances after being incarcerated. But it has evolved into this. So if you think you have any input, I encourage you to give it. But that's what we're discussing right now. So you can, if you want to take a break, you can think about it and come back into the box. But this is what the box is for when we're having this podcast. This is what we do here.
No, like, I mean, do you even know what's happening, like, from Israel to Syria? Like, one part of the Israel is just sending help to other rebel groups, and they like helping them with medical aid and everything, with weapons. But just a week, like Assad's regime.
It's very, very, very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to read what Twitch says, okay? Twitch has a reply to you, Flip. So Twitch says, our country does not want war. I do not understand why there is so much hatred in the world, not just specific to the Syrians. Oh, wow. So Twitch just opened up a whole other can of worms here. Like, that is a whole other stream in itself. But it was brought up, so we're going to hit on it. Does anyone have anything to say about that? What Twitch just said? Twitch said, our country does not want war. I don't understand why there's so much hatred in the world, not just specific to the Syrians. Twitch, are you specifically referring to hatred towards the Jewish people? Is that what you're referring to? Charlie said, I would be interested to hear about human rights in Syria, especially women's rights, because from what I've been told, there were European armies sent to Syria specifically because of the abuse of women were facing. I had no way to verify it, if that's true though. Okay, so Flip, do you have a response to that?
No, that's not true. I mean, women are wearing hijabs, like they are all in black. He thinks about that, but there is no European armies coming here.
Charlie, did you hear what Flip had to say about that? Trump says, Charlie, women simply need to learn their place. Oh my goodness, Trump, Trump, stop your nonsense. Charlie says, nobody ever wants war, but somehow nobody ever wants to stop the war without getting what they are fighting for either. Charlie always makes very, very valid points. Always. I just love her input. Like, she is just amazing. I'm always giving Charlie so much praise, but she really is truly amazing with the things that she says.
If you want,
Go on,
yeah,
darling.
yeah, if you want to watch one of the like my group's video, I can send it to you. But I don't know if you can play it on Twitch.
All right, so I'm a very sensitive person, right? If you do want to send me a video,
No, no, it's not. There is no dead bodies or anything like that in video. It's just like propaganda movie, something like that, if you want to call it.
I will allow you, if you want to, you can send me a private message here and I will check it out. I probably won't play it on the stream today because I need to like make sure that it's something that can be played on stream. And if I think it's appropriate where I wouldn't get banned, then I would definitely play it. Or we can do a video, we can do a live video here on my Discord server because you wouldn't get banned if we do it on the Discord server. So you're more than welcome to share that with me, Flip. But I will not play it today. We will have to wait till another stream, maybe tomorrow after I check it out.
Yeah, I sent wrong video, mate.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Trump says, what are you talking about, Charlie? Of course people want war. Oh my goodness, Trump. No one wants war, Trump. Trump, no one wants war, okay? Listen, war can be glorified, but when you're actually in it, no one wants to be in war. Flip, currently you're a soldier, okay? And you're facing, like you're in war every single day of your life. Do you want to be in war?
Not really.
Trump, you hear what
I
Flip said?
mean,
No one wants to be in war. That's ridiculous. Nobody wants to be in war. No one wants to die brutally or die at being shot and killed this way. Hi, Karimo.
If you vote for Trump, you want to be in war because he killed the dude over in Iran.
Listen here, Karimo. Karimo, you listen, look at the sign, Karimo. What does it say here? What does it say here? Red team, Q Anon. You know what Trump supporters in this stream. What are you talking about?
If you support Trump, you want war. That's what
That is not true.
You fuck war. In February, he had information about Corona. He didn't do shit about it. He fucking killed the damn dude over there. I'm sorry, January.
Karimo.
He had information about Corona. He didn't do shit about it. What did he do? He fucking attacked the dude over there in Iran. He talked to him.
Karimo, every single one of our American presidents, every single one of them, not just President Trump, has sent soldiers to the Middle East. And I'm going to call it for what it is right now, okay?
I'm not saying that, but they told him in November that people was going to die of this damn disease, and they died, and he was brief. And that motherfucker didn't do shit about it. Well, he attacked a motherfucker. He attacked Iran.
Our president did what he needed to do to stabilize our country.
So that's good. You in the U.S. just died. And when you get corona, just go in the hospital and die. That's cool. It's a lot.
Karimo, did you come to our stream earlier on today, Karimo? Did you come to our stream earlier on, Karimo?
I'm watching people go in the hospital and not come out.
Mizzo was here earlier on, and Mizzo explained that his aunt, I think I'm paraphrasing his words, his aunt works in a hospital.
The president said this is a hoax. This is a hoax. This is Democratic news. This will go away. And guess what? Everybody dying. Florida and California. I mean, it's cool. When you get the Rona, you're going to fucking go in the hospital and die.
Karimo, Mizzo said that his aunt... Karimo, you better let me speak. I don't appreciate being interrupted when I'm trying to retort. Mizzo said earlier on, in the earlier stream, the one we had early this morning, that his auntie who worked in the hospital had 2 patients who had corona. And everyone was tested and no one came out with corona. How do you explain that if corona really is truly that contagious?
Well, it's fake. Nobody dying. It's fake news.
I'm not saying no one's dying.
It's fake news. It's fake news.
It is fake news.
Nobody dying.
People are dying, but not as many people as they're saying.
Nope. Look, if you're a Republican, yeah. And you're a Republican, yeah. Nobody's dying. Nobody in your family has died from corona. I get it, yeah. It's fake news. It'll go away. Yeah. Just go, yeah. So keep doing
Karimo, we're not talking about corona, Karimo. That's not what we were talking about. We are talking about rehabilitation of criminals. And we're talking about what's going on in Syria and what they're fighting for in Syria.
Questioning you now. I'm questioning you. Are you a healer?
Am I a what?
Are you a healer? Do you really believe that?
That what?
Are you a Trump supporter?
I do support my president. Yes, I 100% do support my president, Karimo.
Well, stay over there. Then there's fake news. Nobody's dying.
I didn't say that.
Don't wear a mask.
I did not say that. I didn't say that some people aren't dying, just not as many people as they say.
If you support the president, then yeah, I agree with you. Nobody's dying. Don't wear no mask. Go about the bed, live life. Jim Jones, did you ever see? You know about Jim Jones?
What about Jim Jones?
French guy. Do you know about that?
No.
Please read on Jim Jones and French guy. Drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid. It's cool. It's okay.
Karimo, send me a DM message with this information so I can check into it later.
Jim Jones, everybody, your fans will tell you about Jim Jones. Jim Jones, baby, everybody drink the Kool-Aid down there. That's what we do.
I don't know anything about Jim Jones.
Jim Jones again. They know about Jim Jones and French Guyana. When he took all the people to French Guyana and killed 996 men and women. And y'all know about Jim Jones? I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, drink the Kool-Aid, baby.
Hold on one second. 229 said, how do you join the podcast? 229, this podcast right now, we're doing, I'm on Twitch. You can come to my Twitch channel, Dominus Essence, and you can join us there, or you can come on my Discord. Well, first you would have to come to my Twitch channel, follow me on my Twitch channel, and then come to my Discord. And that's how you can join this podcast here. Hi, Trump. How are you? Trump? I don't hear you, Trump. If you're trying to speak, I don't hear you. Yes, 229. It's called Twitch. So just go to twitch.com and you go to twitch.com, make an account on twitch.com, find me there, Dominus Essence. As a matter of fact, here's my website right here, dominusessence.myportfolio.com. All of my information will be there. My Twitch link will be there. Everything will be there. I make it very easy for you guys. Go there, make a Twitch account, follow me on Twitch, and then when you follow me on Twitch, say it's 229 from Scout. I will then give you the further instructions you need to come join the voice chat here. All right, Flip, my apologies. Karimo wanted to share his opinion and we got off topic. Trump is coming into the box now, and I'm pretty sure he has something to say to you, Flip. So go ahead, Trump. Okay. The box is yours, Trump. Go ahead. Oh, we're having technical difficulties. Just give him a moment to figure that out. Let's see what they have to say on the chat box, since Karimo had a lot to say. Let's see. Ooh, Karimo, you really got us distracted. All right. So... all right, let's see. Charlie, I'm catching up on the stream now.
Can I just say something about American presidents?
Yes, darling, go ahead. The box is yours. Go ahead, Flip. The box is yours.
Actually, we learned in school that only good American president was Kennedy, and he was assassinated, so... all other ones are just puppets.
So I'm actually going to comment on that right now, Flip, but just give me a moment. Benji, the reason why I did this to my hair, okay, let me just clarify, guys, this is a wig. I know it's a really good wig. It looks natural, but this is a wig. I cut all my hair off. My hair, I chopped it off because remember when I told you guys I was doing the rice water treatment and how that rice water treatment damaged my hair? My hair was falling out, so I just shaved off all the hair to start over. So this is why I have this new look. I bought myself several wigs. I have a gray one. I'm going to be buying tons of wigs until my hair grows back. So that's why you guys see me with this new look. 229 says, I got a lot to say that on that, people, all of them. So 229, join the Twitch stream and then add my Discord as well. Go to my website, dominusessence.myportfolio.com. All the links are there. Benji says, did you cut it off? Just yes, it's very cut. It's very shaved off. Now, in response to you, Flip, in response to what you've just said, um, I'm part of the QAnon movement, right? The QAnon movement is a movement of people who think outside the box and look for the answers that are not given to us by our governments. Okay. And we learned that the presidents that actually tried to make change in our country were assassinated, Kennedy being one of them. But our president now, Donald Trump, is one of those presidents that are for the people. And I know Americans don't believe it, and the rest of the world doesn't believe it because they give into the propaganda. But Donald Trump, our current president, is one of the good guys. Our American government makes it seem as if he's not, but it's because our leftist politicians have put down so much propaganda into the media that even the American people are blinded and believe that he's our enemy. When in fact, our president is not our enemy. Our president is for our people. So Kennedy was definitely one of the good guys. I absolutely agree. He was one of the good guys. But Donald Trump is also one of the good guys as well. Go ahead, Trump. What do you have to say? Why can't we hear you, Trump? What's going on here? Your microphone's not working. Everyone else's. We can't hear you. None of us can hear you. Trump, come into the Discord chat. Come into the Discord chat. None of us can hear you. Where you come into this Discord chat right now. All right, we're having technical difficulties for some reason on Trump's end. We can't hear Trump. He's trying. You're trying to come on the Discord? Yes, come into the Discord chat. Send me a message in Discord so I can put you in the chat box. Fighting with my headphones? Yeah, we're not hearing anything, Trump. We're hearing nothing at all. Nothing. We're not getting any feedback from you. All right, so until you figure that out, Trump, let's move on to Charlie. Charlie says, I think people are unfair towards Trump. I mean, I don't love the guy personally, but I don't have to. I think he does his best. If his best isn't enough, it's a personal opinion that everybody has a right for. Charlie, wow, you are just, again, you are so amazing. Mr. Flip, I am glad that you mentioned that one of our greatest presidents was Kennedy. Because in all actuality, Mr. Flip, that opens up a whole other thing. Again, I was telling you how I'm a QAnon theorist, right? I believe, right, that there's powers that be in the world, not just in America, powers that be in the world, literally all over the world. The wealthiest families are the reason why all over the world we have chaos. Right now, you have all this chaos going on in Syria. There's chaos in America. There's chaos everywhere. And there's like a select group of elite people. By elite, I mean the wealthy. They're elite because of their wealth. That want this chaos to be going on in the world because it only makes them wealthier. So Kennedy was one of those presidents in our country who was trying to break that cycle. He was trying to free the American people by making us no longer dependent upon the American dollar, right? The American dollar is owned by the, what's that bank called, guys? I always forget the name of this bank. The Federal Reserve.
Rockefeller, yeah.
Yes.
I think.
It's the Federal Reserve that's owned by the Rockefellers. So the American dollar isn't even owned by Americans. It's owned by a person. So Kennedy attempted to separate us from that. And he was assassinated for it. There were other countries. There was an African president who was just murdered. I don't remember what country he was from, but there was an African president who was just murdered for trying to do the same thing. He wanted to make his own money separate from the reserve, and they murdered him too. So there haven't been many presidents that were for the people. I'll tell you this for sure. Obama was not one of them. Obama is one of those devil worshippers, okay? Now, back, I got a little heated there. But what I'm saying is that you are absolutely right. Most of our presidents are in fact puppets, okay? But our current president, Donald Trump, is not one of those puppets. Our current president is one of the people who fights against that regime. the regime of these wealthy families that's trying to control the world. And that's what they're really trying to do right now. They're trying to control the world. They want to control every single person. And guess what they do? They cause all this chaos. Right now, you're in Syria, right? We had Twitch who came on and said, why are the Syrians anti-Semitic? Right? He was Jewish, right? And this is his belief. But guess what? Think about it. Why do we have all this chaos going on in the world? Why is it that someone who's Jewish believes that someone who's Syrian is anti-Semitic? Why are we going through this? We're going through this because the powers that be want us to go through this chaos. Because if we're fighting each other, right? If you're in Syria and you're fighting for independence in Syria, if we're here in America and we have the Black Lives Matter movement going on, if we have these movements going on all over the world, people are not focusing on what they need to be focusing on. They're not seeing what's really happening here, which is there's powers that be that are fighting for control over every single one of us.
Yeah,
While-
can I send you a map?
Yes, you can, of course. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can show it on Twitch, like, so they know what's going on.
What are you talking about? What do you want to show? Flip.
It's a live map from Civil War. You can see the old territories. I can show you where I am.
You're talking about a live map of where you are.
Yeah, about whole Syria. You can just go on link.
WikiLeaks? It's on WikiLeaks?
No, you can go on a link. I sent you a
Oh, the
link
link.
in
Okay.
private message.
Okay, let me check it out.
Last link.
Okay, I'll check it out right now. I'll go to the chat right now that you sent to me and check it out right here. Civil War map. Live map of the Syrian Civil War. Okay. Let's check it out. Oh, it didn't. Hold on 1 second. Wow. There's a lot going on here. Oh, wow. Okay, so what does the red in here indicate? What does the red indicate here?
Red is Syrian regime, Bashar al-Assad. It's a legitimate government of Syria.
And what's the yellow?
Yellow is Kurdistan. If you heard about them, you were helping them. Like America were helping Kurds by the left because Turkey started fighting Kurds. And America pulled out and the Russians came in and they helped Kurds.
You know, it's really interesting how other countries get involved with Middle Eastern affairs. And you have to question why. You have to question why they choose, which countries they choose to ally with. And of course, the answer is money. There's always an economical benefit in this. And it never ceases to amaze me how people are willing to have wars and benefit from it economically, because it comes down to money. It really comes down to money. It always comes down to money. While you're in Syria and you're fighting for your independence, there's someone benefiting financially from this. Trump, is your mic working now? Trump, stop using your headphones. Just get off the headphones and use your phone. It's not working. Say something. I don't know what's going on with Trump's mic, guys. I have no idea. It's just not. It's not doing the right thing. It's just not. It's going crazy.
And yeah, we will probably surrender to Assad regime.
Who's
and
going to
fight
surrender
with
to
them.
you? Who's going to surrender?
My group.
They're going to surrender to what regime? The regime on the yellow part?
Red.
The red regime. Wait, you're part of the yellow, or are you part of the red?
No, green.
You're the green?
Green top left.
The top left. Oh my God, that's a wow. Wow. That's scary. Hold on, let me put this on the stream. I don't think they can see it. Let me put it on the stream. That's wow. How do you fight that many people? Wow, I feel so bad for you guys. I really do. Hi, Mr. Royal. How are you?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Are you here to give any input on what we're discussing?
Well, I'm just because I just got home.
Oh. So, all right. So I'm assuming you're new. Are you new to my stream? Bye,
Uh,
Cosmic. Thank you for stopping by again, Cosmic. Royal, are you new to my stream?
yeah.
All right. So in the stream, what we do, this is a podcast that we have. Okay. We discuss many different topics on this podcast. And it always evolves into something else. Like usually I have a topic of discussion. Today's topic of discussion is whether or not people who are convicted of a crime should have a second chance at life, right? So we started off with that, but it evolved, right? Because we have Flip, who's from Syria, who then told us what's going on in his country. So now we're currently discussing what's going on politically in Syria. And he just gave us like a map and he's showing, which makes me very sad. He's showing like his sector versus the Syrian sector, what they have to go through right now. Like I feel devastated for him because it's a big difference. So I'm actually going to put it on the stream right now. I'm going to like screen mirror this if you guys give me a second. Um, I know that you just came into the stream and it's a lot. You didn't hear any of the discussions we were having, but that's what we're talking about now. So basically, it went from whether or not people should have a second chance if they're convicted of a crime, and then Flip came into the chat and Flip explained how in Syria they don't really have like a judicial system. In that actuality, when people commit crimes, they just execute them. They're executed. That's what he says goes on in his country. And now he was giving us like some input on as to what the Syrians are going through and the battle that they're having there, the civil war. So we actually covered a lot in this stream. I don't know if you have any input on that, but maybe if you want to share your input as to the topic of discussion originally, which is whether or not people who are convicted of crimes should be rehabilitated in prison and given a second chance at life. Like you can put some input on that if you want to, because I'm right at this moment in time. I'm going to make it so that you guys can see the map that Flip just gave to me.
I mean, I feel like they should get a second chance. You know, some people everybody make mistakes in life. And, prison, yeah, you can hold somebody in prison for 20 years, but if you ain't teach them nothing, they just come out dumbfounded and then you just leave them like that. So, yeah, I'm all for the second chance.
I mean, I definitely agree too that people should be given second chances. And this thing that's going on in Syria, I just really feel for them right now. And this is a wonderful opportunity right now to have someone who's from Syria giving us some insight on what's going on in the rest of the world. Because I explained to him as Americans, right, how as Americans we are filled with lots of propaganda to believe that people in the Middle East are just like evil people. I mean, that's fair to say, right? Like that's what we're taught here in America. And I feel that this is a privilege now to speak with someone who's going through this, who's literally in the Middle East having these battles and giving us his point of view. He's a soldier, by the way, in one of the rebel armies. So right now you're on my scout, so you're not going to see, but right now on the Twitch, I'm going to transition and show the map that he just shared. So here's the map, guys. Here's the map that Flip shared. And here, this little green section on the upper left-hand corner, this is where he is, right here. So this little section, they're fighting for their independence from this humongous section right here. Then this yellow section here, they're also at war with this red section here. Wow, that's crazy. Flip, I just, my heart feels for you. My heart really feels for you. So I'm going to ask you a question, and you don't have to answer this because I don't know if you're jeopardizing yourself by the question that I'm going to be asking you right now. At any point in time, Flip, do you ever think about changing sides?
Yeah, we will probably lose some, so we will just change side to Syrian Arab Army, red ones, and yeah, we will fight other ones.
No, no, no. I mean you in particularly. And you in particularly, do you think about crossing over? Not the group as a whole, but you in particularly.
No, like I'm going with group, but we will surrender soon.
Wow. If you surrender, is there going to be a consequence for surrender? Like, are they going to punish you?
Uh, no, if we just all together surrender and start fighting other ones like Turkey and yeah, other stuff. I like we have threat from Turkey now and same from Israel.
Wow. That's so insane. It's just so insane. And you know what's in the Middle East, you guys have been at war for centuries now. Like this has been an ongoing thing for centuries, for generations. And I couldn't imagine living in that environment. But you know, honestly, in America, hi Logan, how are you, darling? Thank you for joining my stream. In America right now, we're getting to a point where we're about to end up in civil war. Like this is coming. Civil war is coming for America. Absolutely. With everything that's going on. I don't know if you like know all the politics going on, but right now we have like this we have Antifa, which is a black organization that is kind of like the black version of the KKK, right? Antifa is a terrorist group that we have in America that's now supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. And now we have this movement where people are creating vandalism, they're creating arson. Like it's getting crazy here in America. Like it's getting to a point where all of us in the South, we're getting guns. Like I'm about to get a gun. I don't know how to shoot, but I'm going to learn to shoot a gun because it's getting to a point where we might have civil war here with what's going on because we have our own terrorist group called Antifa. People say Antifa is not a terrorist group, but Antifa is a terrorist group. Trump, is it working now? Oh, there we go. Trump is here, guys. Hi, Trump.
You hear me?
Yes, I can finally hear you. I'm glad you got it together.
Okay, I just heard some really dumb shit.
Logan, I have not forgotten about you, my darling. That is not true.
I only have one thing to say.
Go ahead,
I
Trump.
have to go back and talk about the dumb shit you just said.
Go ahead, Trump.
So I was addressing the Kremlin was the point. We did not attack Iran. Hell, people say stupid ass shit. That gets me triggered, so I'm triggered.
Who said we attacked them?
Iran.
Who said we attacked them? Who said
Kremlin
that?
he said instead of addressing the corona that Trump attacked Iran. That's just stupidity.
Oh, Karimo left the chat though. He's not here anymore. But I agree.
That's fine.
That's why I told Karimo
So, yeah,
we had a topic that we were
that's the
discussing.
reason why I woke up and light up because I was like, this is dumbass.
Trump, you know Karimo's a
My
leftist.
headphones working, so I had another dumbass to deal with now. There's no civil war.
I didn't say there was a civil war, Trump. I said we are going to end up in a civil war, Trump.
There's a red team and a blue team.
Look at Trump.
Of the two teams, only one team has guns. Okay? Only one team has guns.
The red
The
team?
other team is just, and they can't figure out which bathroom to use. So, there's one team that has guns, the red team, and there's another team that can't even figure out which bathroom to use. So, yeah, there's no civil war. It'll be relatively quick, okay?
I don't have my gun yet. I'm gonna go get me one. I'm telling you right now. I'm not playing, guys. I'm gonna get me a Glock 45.
Blue team anyway, so we don't need you to get out, guys.
I'm not part of the blue team, Trump. I'm part of the red team. Look at this. Look at this. Red team. You see it? Red team. Red team. Look at this. I made a logo for us. Red team.
Where does Trump have?
I gotta get one. I'll get one.
Okay. Now, should those who make them a crime have a second chance? No.
You don't think that people who commit Trump? Really? What if I get? What if I'm?
Including you.
I didn't commit a crime. I'm innocent.
That's what they all say.
Oh my God, it's so true though.
Sorry. I need to go now.
Okay, Flip. Thank you so much for joining the
they're
podcast.
attacking our post. We are defending now. See you.
Now,
Oh my God, okay. Come back if you can.
During the stream, so that was horrible.
Guys, did you just hear what Flip had to say? Flip said they're going to defend now.
They going where now? I can't understand what Flip says.
You can't understand it? Okay.
I can't understand a word Flip says.
Flip just said that they have to go defend now. Like he's literally going into battle right now. That is insane. That's insane. He like literally took a break to come onto the podcast and now he's going back to fight. They're shooting each other over there right now. Am I the only one that's like in
Against what force? Against what force? What force is invading Syria?
Wow. Wow.
There's no force to go invade Syria. This is dumb talk.
I don't want anyone to be in war, Trump. I don't care where they're from. No one should have to live a life of battle.
He's not choosing a life of battle. He's chosen. He's not been forced. There's nobody invading Syria. There's nothing there to invade.
That's not what he said.
You know, be like, well, okay, he's full of shit. Think about it. What are they trying to invade and take?
He said that they were fighting for their freedom. He said they're fighting for their freedom.
What do you think we're trying to enslave the Syrians? Are those good slaves?
I don't know.
No, they're not.
Well, he's gone now, so he can't.
They're not fighting for any freedom. He's full of shit.
Well, what are they fighting for if they're not fighting for freedom? If you don't think they're fighting for freedom, what are they fighting for, Trump?
I said they're fighting jihad.
Oh, just a religious war?
It's part of their religion. Yes.
Oh. When he comes back, I want to ask him that question.
There's nobody invading Syria or imprisoning them. He's full of shit.
When he comes back, I want to ask him that question. Hello, Mark. Thank you for joining our stream. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, thank you. Are you giving any input on the discussion at hand?
The political party, I guess that's what y'all got going on.
Well, this is what we talk about on this podcast.
Yeah. Okay. But I just was tuning in. What? Give me the rundown on what was going on.
Well, we just had Flip. Flip was originally, I forget what was Flip's name on the Twitch. Hold on a second. I gotta scroll up. Let's scroll up. He was Flip was Mill on the Twitch channel. He came over onto the Discord server so he can share his opinions about the topic at hand, right? Flip was saying how in his country, like he lives in Syria right now, and he was saying in his country how they don't have a judicial system there. That literally if you commit a crime, you get put to death. They just kill you. You get a public execution. So he was giving us some insight as to what they're going through in their country, the battle that they're going through. Like he was just giving us plenty insight. And it was quite insightful. Like I actually feel very privileged to have spoken to someone who's on the other part of the world, giving us some insight as to what's really going on, there without, because we're getting it firsthand. It's not a bias, right? It's not a biased agenda from our media. We're getting someone there giving us information firsthand. So basically, he was explaining how there is no judicial system. They just kill you. You get a public execution. You break a law, you get publicly executed, right? I was saying that I believe that people who break laws and are convicted of crimes should have a second opportunity. Trump was just saying, absolutely not. If you break a law and you get convicted of a crime, you should get no second chances. I don't agree with Trump. A lot of things I do agree with Trump, but on this topic, Trump and I just don't agree with each other. I feel that someone who has committed a crime and got convicted of a crime should have another chance at life. Absolutely. That's my standpoint. Do you have a standpoint on it?
I have a standpoint on it because I have been before.
Okay. Do you want to share what kind of crime it was? You don't have to if you don't want to, but do you want to share?
Yes, it was a he say, she say, and terroristic threat, which I was innocent, right? Okay, so I was convicted on that, and they was trying to pin things on me. So I feel like in that situation, if it was to go down like that, I wouldn't have no second chance at life off it being my first felony record at that. You know what I mean? I never had a felony, never been convicted at that. So you telling me off a first time convicted felony, I don't have a second chance at life? Like I don't feel that's fair. Like honestly, I was innocent in it. But instead of me not being innocent in the state of Georgia, they put me on 5 years of probation, and 3 years for good conduct I get off. Like, and I told that it totally was a whole lot. Like the DAs was like, he had a gun. There was never no gun. I told him my body cam.
In Georgia, it's legal to have a gun. We are in the South. We have a right to a gun. We can carry a weapon in our car, in our house. The only thing we can't do is conceal carry without a license to conceal carry on your person. You can't conceal carry.
Exactly, but the whole thing is, it was never no gun up in the car. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not illegal to have a gun in your car. Anyone can, every Georgia citizen has the right to have a gun in their car. You have a right to have a gun in your car. You have a right to have a gun in your house. Every Georgia citizen. So you're not breaking any laws by having a gun if you had it to begin with, is what I'm saying. But go on. You said there's no gun. I just want to clarify that you're allowed to have a gun. Every single one of us here are allowed to have a gun. We're Georgia citizens, but go on.
He said clearly I'm lying. Clearly I'm not lying, because actually I'm free. I would have been indicted to 5 years in prison if there wasn't a gun. Feel?
Go ahead, Trump.
Explain or define what you mean by second chance.
By second chance, I mean that depending on the severity of their crime, when they're in prison or if they're convicted of a crime, in prison, they should be educated. They should be given job skills, technical skills, anything to make them a productive citizen in society so that when they're done serving their term, that they can actually be a productive citizen. I don't know, maybe become a carpenter, maybe become an electrician, something to give back to society. You don't agree, Trump?
No, I don't see that. So that's not happening now. That's the current case.
I don't know what Trump.
Man, Marco just said he got in trouble. He got put on 5 years probation. It's very straightforward. As a probation, he can go, be a janitor. Everything's cool. So what's the problem? He's got a second chance.
Well, I mean, from my standpoint, like I've applied for several jobs and they ask you on an application, have you ever been arrested? And then they say, what for? And
So what you really is saying is that you want to end discrimination against felons. You want to outlaw that question of criminal history.
actually, I never thought to think of it from that point.
That's not a second chance. Okay, the second chance would be, hey, you get convicted of rape, and you get assessed 12 years. They say, they give you a chance, second chance. You're free.
I don't think anyone convicted of rape should have a second chance. I believe that it should be subjective according to the crime that you've committed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you shot 6 people. We'll give you a second chance.
Nope. A person like that should not get a second chance.
Whatever crime you're talking about, second chance. Okay. So you embezzled $5,000.
Second chance, yes.
Deal?
Second chance, yeah.
Second chance. All right, cool. All right, so you come in, you do your 2 years. Oh, you're 20. And then we say, that's good enough. So.
No. I think that if a person is convicted of a crime, they should be given job skills while in prison, education, and that kind of thing, the resources that they need to be productive citizens. And I don't think that they should
that's
be.
not what you're saying. I think what you're saying is that the criminal history question should be outlawed because it's discriminatory. However,
I do agree with that.
a second chance applies. You get convicted, you get a second chance to keep going at it. No, you get convicted, you do your time. Period. When you get out, you're free.
I agree with that. But what happens to people who have been convicted of crimes? They have very hard times finding work, right? Do they not?
So you are definitely saying the theme should have been criminal history is a discriminatory question on job interviews.
That's not what I was saying, but you made a valid point. You made a valid point, and actually, can you say it again?
Well, I'm not giving anybody a second chance. How would I even do that? You get convicted, you go to jail, you do your time. I don't care if you're Miley Cyrus, whoever you are, you go to jail, you do your time. You don't get a second chance. Go to jail, you do your time. I'll see you in 3 years. It's very simple, straightforward.
Hold on a second. Charlie says I
What
can.
you're saying is criminal history, such as religion and other things, are discriminatory questions. It should be banned. That's what your thing should be.
I think that they shouldn't judge people at all in those situations. I think depending on the type of crime that you have, a job should not be allowed to be biased against you based on particular convictions of crime. Maybe, if it's something like raping, absolutely not. Those people don't deserve chances. They should be in prison for the rest of their life if they're raping someone. If someone's a murderer, that's just my opinion.
Now you're characterizing.
Yeah.
She's Jewish, she's okay. No.
Hold on. Let me read what Charlie has to say, Trump. Let me read what Charlie has to say. Charlie says, I can really not understand why Americans are so obsessed with guns. And she says, I believe everyone deserves another chance, no exceptions. Also, people will cry on the great comeback videos of people who once been in prison and then got their lives back together, and I run a company or something, but they won't hire them. They won't rent them places to live. It makes no sense. There you go. Charlie just made a point.
So yes, you are urging that there should be a law against discriminating against people who are felons. But you can't say, hey, what kind of felon are you? No, you're either a felon or you're not.
No, I don't. No, I think it has to be the extent of the kind of crime that you committed. That's just being liberal. You're just being liberal then if you do that. I'm not a liberal. Liberalism does not work, okay?
You're saying, well, if you're a rapist, then I can discriminate against you.
I think if someone's a rapist, they don't. A person who's a rapist is never going to stop being a rapist, You can't, a person who desires to rape will never stop desiring to rape. It's a mental condition. They won't ever stop desiring to rape. And people like that should not be in our society.
You're not allowed to discriminate against people based on their mental capacity.
I don't want some person going around raping people.
It's not your business. He's done his time. It's over.
No.
That's it.
I think a person who's a rapist.
That's it.
Actually, earlier on in the stream, I don't remember who said it, but somebody said in one of the countries, now they're castrating men who rape. I don't know what country they said. It was early on in this morning stream, not this stream today. The early stream early on in the day. They said that. I can't remember what country they said, but they said one of the countries now, they're castrating rapists. And I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. If somebody's going and doing some raping, you should castrate them. 100%. I do agree with it. I'm just saying, Trump. Then they can't be raping anybody anymore. Cut off their penis and their balls so that they can't do it again.
I didn't disagree with that.
Do you agree with it?
No, I said I don't disagree.
You don't disagree? Well, at least we agree on that point, Trump.
Okay, yes. But when you say the term second chance, maybe
Yes.
it's because of your English. Second chance means, hey, I get convicted and I get a second shot. Hey, I know I was convicted 100%. I'm guilty. I've pled guilty. I've been sentenced. I get a second shot. No, that's bullshit. Thank you anybody a second shot. You did it. The crime, you do the time. Very simple.
So I believe you're correct then. Maybe we didn't use the proper terminology here. When I say second chance, I'm referring to.
When you get out, no. When you're in jail, you are a slave.
I don't think that people in jail should be slaves. I think that people in jail should be rehabilitated. I don't think prison should be there to. I think it should be there for rehabilitation purposes.
I'll have a minute left. In accordance with the 13th Amendment, people in jail are slaves. Okay? I didn't write the 13th Amendment. This is what it says. Okay? So in accordance with the 13th Amendment, people in jail are slaves. Now, once you've done your time, as per you, they should not be able to discriminate against you because of your history, or your age, or your sex, or your religion, or your sexual orientation. Okay?
No, I don't think it should be impartial.
That's your thing.
I don't think it should be impartial at all. I think it should be depending on the severity of their crime. And the major crimes like murder, molestation, rape, these things are, I don't even think people who commit these crimes should be set free, honestly. If someone's committing these kind of crimes, they shouldn't be set free. They should be in prison.
Is that what the Constitution says? Is that what the Constitution says?
Well, we need to change it.
Okay, you are definitely a liberal.
I'm not a liberal. I'm not a liberal. Listen here.
You should be 100% free. Okay?
I understand what you're saying, but okay, if someone is a mass murderer and all they can't help it because that's just what they're going to do. If you send someone to prison for murder, right, and they just want to murder, when they come back out, they're just going to murder again unless you rehabilitate people. But I don't think you can rehabilitate a person who wants to murder. I don't think you can rehabilitate a person who wants to rape. Now, a person who steals could be rehabilitated, maybe. You know, a person who's gangbanging could be rehabilitated. A person who sells narcotics, like certain people can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is America.
Yes.
Okay, we believe in capitalism.
Yes.
So you hire Marco.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you remember what his crime was, but I do.
What did Marco say?
You hire Marco. I'll tell you that later. See if you can hold your mouth for just a second. So you hire Marco. He works for you for 6 months. And after 6 months, you decide you're going to either work, roll over, or fire. Okay, that's your. But he is a free man after he does his 5 years. Period.
But that's not the reality of it, Trump. It's not.
Or he was making terrorist threats against his girlfriend. Which is what he was, I guess, convicted of.
He was making terrorists. My ex should be in jail then. He's made so many threats to me. My ex should definitely be in jail if that's the case. For making countless threats to me. I did not catch that. I didn't catch it. I heard, because you know what his thing was.
Horrible at this.
No, his thing was like all like blah 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 blah. It was all like coming in. No, it was just coming in distorted.
Turn your volume up.
It is up all the way.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, he said he's convicted of making terrorist threats against a woman, and luckily he did not have a gun in the car. So it sounds like his girlfriend said, "Hey, my boyfriend's coming over here with a gun and threatening to kill me," and he said his name Marco. He said, "No, I'm not threatening to kill her. That's just he said, she said." And beyond that, check the car. There ain't no gun in this car. So that's why you gotta do, hey, it's legal for him to have a gun, yes. But some gun, so it's probably like he just got probation. But again, he's threatening a woman, and I'm sure some people will look at that in a bad way. The point is, it's not any of your business as an employer. This guy is a 100% American citizen. He's done his time. He should be allowed to vote. Now, I also believe that he should be allowed to have a gun, even as a felon. I fully support felons having guns.
I agree. If you're an American citizen, you should have the right to have a gun. I agree with that.
Exactly. And the right to vote.
And the right to
You
vote.
don't lose your rights.
Yeah, I
You
really.
don't lose your rights. That's what a right is, not a privilege. You lose privileges, you don't lose rights.
Yes, I agree.
You have the right to vote. You have the right to vote. You have the right to possess
A weapon.
weapon, yes. So yes. And you should have the right to work.
I agree. I agree. We should have the right to vote.
Anybody asking you about your religion, sexual orientation, or criminal history. But I don't care if you are a rapist. You don't get a second chance. I raped 6 girls, now I do my time. Okay. Now I'm out 20 years later, and I can go get my job.
I don't know,
That's
Trump.
all you've been.
If a person's a rapist, Trump, they're going to rape again. Don't you understand that? Like, you're going to put them in a working environment where they're going to be around other women, and then they're going to rape another woman?
First off, you're not qualified to make that decision. The state reviews his case to decide whether he's a threat to society or not. Now, if the state decides he's not a threat to society anymore and releases him, then you need to shut the fuck up and stay out of his business.
Rapists are always going to be rapists, Trump. They're not going to stop being rapists. They like to rape. That's why they rape, because that's a... Do you know what a rapist is? A rapist is a person who gets off on rape because that's his sexual fetish.
I am so sorry. I forgot you had a doctorate in psychology. What university was that?
I do not have a doctor's in psychology. Oh God. Fine, Trump. I don't have a doctorate in psychology, but it doesn't. You don't have to have a doctorate to understand that a rapist loves to rape, because that's what rapists do. They get all horny off of raping. That's why they do it. Okay, I watch lots of documentaries, and I watched a documentary about rapists, and they were talking about why they rape. And they were saying in that documentary that the reason why they like to rape is because it turns them on to hear the woman say no, or to fight, or to whatever. That's rapist testimony, a documentary that I saw. Okay? There. I don't have to have a doctorate's degree to understand.
Well, okay, sorry.
You're so terrible.
I'm a conservative. I believe that keep those questions to yourself.
I can agree with that though. Like you made a valid point.
If you observe Marco acting funny, then you can get rid of him. But no, you can't ask him about his criminal history. You can't ask him about his sexual orientation.
Well, the problem is this is what's happening. Like, this is what happens in America now. Like, when people apply for jobs, they ask this question. They ask, do you have a criminal history? They ask, have you been arrested before? They ask, have you been convicted of a crime? These are questions that are asked on every job application. And you know, all job applications are done online.
But when you're a liberal, remember those days way back when, you didn't give a shit about that, did you?
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't care.
You're all for it. Yeah, hey, these rapists are out here. We need to know if you're a pedophile. We have to have this.
Database.
What's it called?
Database is a database.
Yes, database. Okay. Us conservatives from the get-go were like, no, that's fucking bullshit. But you crazy liberals out there have been like, well, you know, if there's a pedophile in my neighborhood. No, you don't. Mind your fucking business. Well, I didn't know my workers are rapists. No, you don't.
Hold on a second, Trump. Charlie says, excuse me.
When you're a liberal, yes, you worry about all these things. You're probably worried about me having a gun. You worry about all these things. Why do you need a gun?
I did as a liberal. You're right. I did.
Get your shit straight. We're conservatives now.
I know. Look at this. Red team. Red team.
We stay out of other people's business. Stay out of other people's business. Let people be.
I agree with you.
Very simple. Yes. We don't come to people's house and take their kids. We'll let people be.
I agree with that.
We back up. We let people be. No second chance. Once you do your time, you do your time. There's going to be a probation review board that's going to take a look at your case. They say, okay, Kara raped 6 boys, but what think she's done now? She found doctor. She's in love, so.
Doctor doesn't love me back. Doctor doesn't love me back.
So we can release her back to the Republic, and no one is allowed to ask why she went to jail for 50 years. You just know she did.
God, don't ever wish that. Hold on 1 second, Trump. Charlie says, "Excuse me, I need attention. I really need to start speaking with you with all with my face. I'm getting so impatient sometimes." I'm sorry, Charlie.
Tell her Devil's Scout, because that's where I am.
No, stop trying to encourage people to come to Sky. I told you, encourage everybody to come to my Twitch channel. Today I was trying to go on YouTube, but it didn't work. I couldn't figure it out. Yep, I didn't. It just totally just didn't work. Didn't work at all.
I feel my headphones. I finally just had to switch to a different phone.
Yeah, because something was going on there. Maybe you had to restart the phone or something. Let's see. Charlie says, giving another chance doesn't mean just letting people go and do whatever. Giving another chance means giving help to the people who need it. Creating a safe space for them, for and from them, and giving them what they already...
Hold on. Did this bitch say safe space?
Yes, Charlie did say that.
Okay, we are a conservative channel. We don't get safe spaces.
Charlie, did you hear what Trump had to say? Charlie, did you hear what Trump had to say? Trump said we don't give safe spaces. Oh, Charlie, you're so adorable. Charlie says, I will never say I'm better or worse than anyone on the planet, no matter what they have done, and nobody else is better or worse. Some people need help to find the right way, and they hurt other people trying to do it, and it's okay. They still deserve respect and a chance to prove themselves. Oh gosh, she is so, guys, Charlie is amazing. Her heart is so pure. She's so sweet. I lost myself and did something terrible. I would want to be given a chance to be good and a happy person. Oh my goodness. Charlie's so amazing. Trump, stop trying to bully Charlie. Stop trying to bully Charlie. Stop bullying Charlie. Charlie's so amazing. She really is. She's such a sweetheart. All right, guys, my darlings. I'm going to end stream early today because I have some video editing to do. I'm going to be putting a collage together with all the workout videos that I've just done in the last 3 weeks that I've accumulated. I'm going to be doing that now. And I know if I do it, I won't be able to pay attention to you while streaming. So I'm going to end stream now. I don't want to leave you, but I am going to end stream right now and come back tomorrow. I don't know what time tomorrow I'll come back, but I'll be coming back tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be done with the collage of the videos I'm putting together. So with that being said, the videos that I'm going to be putting up on my Twitch and my YouTube, some of them are going to be censored. Some of the content will only be on my premium content site, my supporter services that you can find on my website, dominantessence.myportfolio.com. All right, my darlings. So with that being said, I love you all. I love you all so much. And I thank you all again for coming to the stream with me tonight. But we are going to end this for tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.
What time tomorrow?
So it depends, Trump, what time I go to the gym. Like this, I did it this morning. What time I did it this morning? At 11. I did it at 11 this morning, and then I came back today at 7. So I'm probably gonna do 11, and then I'll do 11 to 1 in the morning, 11 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. Then I'll go to the gym. Then I'll come back and come back again at 7 p.m. 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern time. I missed you, Trump, but every time I was streaming, you were sleeping. I know you were napping when I was streaming. Bless you, but cover those germs. Hello, Corona. Cover your germs when you sneeze, nasty. You can't just be sneezing up in the air. That's gross. You do like this.
It's my house.
No, you got a girlfriend in your house. She don't want to be catching up germs. Yes, I know she kisses you. She probably gets some BJ or whatever. But still, you gotta be protecting people from your germs. That's not. You gotta like do like. See, look. Cover those
I
germs.
don't know, Stoney. What gets easier the bigger it gets?
What gets easier the bigger it gets?
Yes, that's a big one. Oh my God.
Whatever.
That is the best. I love it.
What gets easier the bigger it gets? Women? Oh God.
My kids that.
He's so terrible.
My
You're so
kids-
terrible.
My kids are 9 and 10. I cannot wait to teach them that joke.
No, that's
That's
terrible.
the best joke I've heard.
Nope, that's horrible.
That joke is hilarious. Thank you, Stoney.
Listen, Mr. Stoney, you're gonna have a bunch of heavy-set women attacking your box, okay? Just understand that what you do on the internet, people will troll you. So you better watch what you say here. They will be coming and attacking your box and losing their damn mind. So you better take that back, all right? Before these heavy-set women be like, what he said?
I'm brain forever because I want that to be in my brain forever.
People are gonna lose their minds.
Best joke ever. I cannot wait to tell it in mixed company.
Charlie says the true answer to the question that he asked is a jigsaw puzzle. Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Jigsaw puzzles don't get easier the bigger they get.
No, because she's saying like when you're answering it.
Pieces, okay.
She made a good point. Charlie, I like what you said, Charlie. I don't care what Trump says. I'm choosing favoritism now.
Stop being stupid.
All right, my darlings. All right, I gotta get some video editing done.
Did she get the answer? Because she's on the other side. Maybe she didn't even know what the real answer is.
No, Charlie heard the question. The question was, what gets easier the bigger it gets? And she says the true answer is a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, but did she get the real answer?
She heard it. She heard the answer.
You sure?
Charlie, did you hear the answer? The answer was women. Did you hear that answer? Trump wants to make sure that you heard it. Trump wants to make sure you heard the answer. Did you hear the answer? You guys are so terrible. You guys are so terrible.
I've heard a lot of jokes this year.
Charlie says, unfortunately, she did. You see, she heard the answer. She didn't like the answer. She heard it, and she didn't like it, Trump. She did not like the answer, Trump.
I'm going to tell this joke to my girlfriend. As soon as I get off this stream, we'll tell that joke to my girlfriend.
It's a terrible, terrible joke. Listen, I'm not a big woman, so, I don't fall into the category. But there are big women who are not going to like what you just said. Just saying. So just prepare yourself because you said a joke and they're going to be like, oh, no, he didn't. And they're going to be up in your box trolling you. Just know that. That is what's going to happen to you for saying that. Trust me when I tell you there's going to be consequences and you're not going to like them consequences. There are going to be some consequences for that.
Honestly.
All right, then you're both going to end up getting some negative consequences. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I gotta put it in my profile.
You guys are terrible. All right, we're going to end stream now, guys. Let's end this. My darlings, I thank you again so much. All of you, I thank you so much for coming to stream with me. Thank you for joining the podcast. Thank you for giving your input on the topic of discussion today. Thank you, everyone who came from from the other countries. African who came from Nigeria, and Flip who came from Syria, and Charlie who comes from Poland. Did I get it right, Charlie? I didn't get it wrong. Poland. Is it Poland? I hope it's Poland. Thank you everyone who came in. Charlie says, I mean karma. I agree, Charlie. Karma is a real thing. Karma really is a real thing. Guys, thank you again. Just know right now I'm going to be doing some video editing, and I'm hoping that by tomorrow I get this thing puzzle piece together. So I'm going to be putting on my YouTube channel my results from working out at the gym. So all of these videos are going to go onto YouTube. You're going to see me pumping this iron. You guys are going to see my results, my before, my after results. I'm documenting my physical fitness. Check it out. 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 I'm going to put the videos together that I have. I'm going to put it on my Twitch channel because it's going to be like playing when I'm offline. And hopefully that'll be done by tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that because I know for sure if I continue streaming, I will not get this work done. So it has to get done. I love you guys so very much. Again, thank you once again for coming to join my podcast. Please join the podcast tomorrow around 11 a.m. And then again around 7 p.m. Normally the podcast will be 9 p.m., but tomorrow is going to be 11 a.m. to 1, and from 7 p.m. till about 11 p.m. Okay? Thank you, my darlings. Have a blessed night or morning. Bye, Charlie. Charlie, I love you so much.